What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Welcome to another video. And we have someone here that really needs no introduction. One of the hardest working riders in EUC business, Mr. Zen Lee is here. Dude, this is a long time coming. Like I said, I got this big old cheesy grin on my face, man. Thank you so much for taking your time, spending with us this Friday. Welcome to the stage. The floor is yours. What is going on in your neighborhood, dude?
What's up, Sensei? What's up, chat? Man, I'm looking at the C8 in your background, and that's all I can think about. I think I maybe have one soon. It just brings me back to my first wheel, which was the 84-volt Nikola. And that's, I think, what people are kind of worried about this wheel. The one critique that I've seen is it's 84 volts. It's not 100 volts. I think people want a 100-volt version, and I get that. But man, I love the speakers. 6 speakers. I mean, I don't know. Have you ridden a wheel before that has speakers like good speakers like the S19 or
I rode the V12 has a decent speaker system on it. I would think it was pretty good. I think that's probably one of the best ones that I had.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that was probably the best one I think that I rode. 16X had speakers on it. I think
those were weak.
Yeah. So I would say the V12 was probably the best one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel like I saw the V12 before? I remember Psycho. That's what he was riding in Spain. He rode the V12, and he'd always be blasting his music, and it didn't sound so good. It wasn't too crisp, at the higher volume.
Right.
I guess the S19 and S16 are the best speakers that are out right now that I can think of. I'm curious how the F22 sounds. Like that would be sweet.
Oh yeah, they got some. It looks like they got a little DJ system on the back of the F22, man. The only thing missing are the turntables.
There's something for me because now I just put a speaker in my backpack.
Yeah,
that's good. But man, there's something about feeling the vibrations come up through your feet into your body from the wheel. It just, and then it kind of just reverberates more. Like the Nikola had such good sound.
Dude, I love the Nikola, man. I love the Nick. One of my all-time favorite wheels. And I think that was the only critique that I had that I could see right now. I'm like, why did they make it 84 volts? Why didn't they go with, because the first version of the Nick was 84. Then they came out with the 100 volt. And I was thinking, why didn't they just go with the 100 volt or maybe bump it to 126? But we'll see.
Yeah, the 100 volt Nikola was my second wheel, man. That wheel was super durable. Literally, did you see the video where they were testing the C8? They rolled it down a hill.
Dude, they rolled that thing down.
Yeah.
So, oh my goodness, it was just tumbling, bang, boom, 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 boom. And they picked it up and they turned right on, dude.
And that was the Nikola. Like the Nikola, something about that round shape is like a ball. It just rolls. It would take infinite damage and was still good. Pagode's early EUCs were super durable, and the braking on them was phenomenal. I was riding an EXN at SkateCon. I haven't posted the video yet, but like I got on the EXN after having not ridden one for a long time, and it blew my mind how responsive the braking was. It's like you could brake while you're in a turn, and now I feel like we've kind of lost that. And it's strange to me because the common knowledge is, or the common thought or whatever is, the more powerful a wheel is, the more torque it has, the better the braking is. And I don't know that that's necessarily true, because when I was riding the EXN, man, it blew my mind how good the braking was. Like I could stop on a dime, like just thinking that I wanted to stop. It was just so perfect. I miss that braking, man. Now you have to drag your ass on at my weight.
Yeah,
you have to drag your ass on the ground to stop.
Get it to stop.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I love about the Nick, man, is it always punched above its weight class. I think that wheel, even in racing, that wheel surprised a lot of people, man.
Yes. Yeah, I almost got beat by one. Oh man, what was his name? At Apple Valley 3. Chooch passed me on the V12, and then oh my gosh, his name's not coming to me. And then I got passed by a Nikola, and I was on the Sherman. Something about that 16-inch wheel was just super nimble. Both of them ended up crashing, though. So I was able to still get a podium because they both crashed. But if they hadn't, I wouldn't have gotten a podium. Wow. But yeah, the 16-inch wheels, man.
Yeah, and it's instant torque off those things, dude. Hey, we're going to give a few shout-outs here. We got some people in here. Anyway, I want to thank everyone again for joining us this Friday. If you can, smash that like button. We got Zen in here. I'm in here. And a big shout out to Mikey. Mikey could not make it tonight. You know, he has to take care of a few things. So hopefully he'll be back with us next week. But we got Zach. We got DuPont. We have, who else? My UC Journey. What's going on? Bones is in the house. We have Turbo. We have George. Thank you, everybody. DuPont, Spartacus, E-Ride Life, Ricardo, Electric Unicycle. Who else we got in here? Ruben. Thank you so much again for joining us this Friday. And yeah, anyone drop some questions. What are your thoughts on the C8 coming out? I wish they would have stuck with the name just Nikola instead of C8.
I know. On my YouTube video, I put Nikola 2.0 C8.
Yeah, dude. Someone brought up a good point, man. That's the new Corvette coming out is the C8. Just come on, guys. It's a Nikola, man. Just call it a Nikola.
Right. And I don't know why they didn't, because the Nikola was such a success.
Dude,
play off that success. Yeah, you have a nice chat, man. Some stars. Zach is freaking insane right now.
Yeah,
his racing abilities are on the next level.
Yeah, we got some. It's like I said, it's always a good crowd in here, man. Every time I do a stream, and like I said, I thank everyone for always being in the trenches with me. Yeah,
and if you guys smash that like button, it really helps push out the stream to more viewers and just kind of spreads the word. Leave a comment, share out the stream. It really helps.
Yes,
like I see only 3 likes right now. We got 17 people watching. It's like, come on, smash that like button,
man. Hit the like. All right, let's see what we got. You're here for the timeshare. Oh man, that's funny, Zach. I'm gonna get up. I don't want to fall. I always fall behind on these questions, man.
Turbo's a beast. He crashed at SK-Con with a messed up hand and still like got up and finished the race.
Yeah, Turbo's good, man. He's good. Let's just see what else we got here. We got Spartacus. What's going on, brother? Spartacus is always in the trenches with us. Someone had. Let me get this one question up here. Oh, okay, we'll start with talking about the JBL, and we'll start with this one right here if I can get it up here. So Turbo's asking about how was Eastgate-Con?
Oh, okay. So this must be a different Turbo than I was thinking of, because he was there at SK-Con with me. But man, it was awesome. I was racing the Patton S, and my biggest mistake was not putting a street tire on it, but I just couldn't find a good street tire in time. So I was using the stock knobby, which is the same knobby tire that's on the V14. And it's really not my favorite knob, even as far as knobbies go. It's not even like a really good knobby tire. The Shinko 241, that's a really good knobby tire. I think it could actually be competitive on the asphalt as well with the 16-inch wheels. But the torque on the Patton, oh my God, it's so good. Like, I feel like it's up there with the X-Way just because, it has the smaller tire. And I did, man, when the X-Way cuts loose, though, the X-Way cuts loose, that thing is a beast. Like,
yeah, I never got a chance to ride that yet.
I had a bit of awakening during SK-Con because I was like, man, the link. Someone let me borrow the links for one of the races. I just posted up the video today of me racing on the links. And true, I didn't have time to practice with it or anything, but I spent a year on it in Spain. So I thought, hey, I'm going to be able to keep up with these 168 volt wheels. And man, no, I actually got passed by links. So I think it's part by Salcedo, who is an amazing rider. But man, the amount of effort it takes to push on this smaller type of circuit. SK-Con's more of a smaller type of circuit.
Yeah, it was definitely tight.
So much energy compared to even the Panther, man, on that tight circuit was better than Lynx. My back was killing me after like the first lap on the Lynx. I was like, okay, I get it now. I get why Begode are the best racing wheels. It's like,
look at that.
It's just, you just don't get so tired riding them because it doesn't take, you don't have to like kiss the ground leaning forward at my weight. Salcedo is a bigger guy on the Lynx, and he's able to
really get
it a lot better.
Then what are you about 150, 155?
About 150.
Okay.
Yeah. So with my leathers on, maybe 165.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So you're gonna have to lean a little harder.
Yeah, I really have to lean. I'm trying to gain some weight. That's my goal this year. We got this big tournament. Are you aware of the Electrify Racing League?
Yeah, I went there. I didn't race last year, but I went and I checked it out in Long Island. Really nice. A lot of great races were out there, man. Great time.
It's
So are
gonna
you
be
going to hit,
huge.
which one are you going to do? The one in Cali? I think there's one in, is it Vegas or Cali?
I think I'm gonna do all 5. It starts in
Oh,
Phoenix. It
okay.
goes to LA, then San Francisco, then Chicago, and then New York is the last one.
Yeah, I'll
And
hit
they're
the New York
offering
one.
huge prizes now. It's like $75,000. I think each race, if I understand it correctly, each race even has a prize pool. So if you just go to one, it's like 1,500 first place, 700.
Nice.
Second, 5, third, and Begode is sponsored it now.
I
So
saw that today.
yeah. So it's
they're
like,
all, yeah.
damn, Begode plus some money. Plus, like if you win the whole thing, I think there's an even bigger prize pool for winning the whole thing. And even if you're not like a professional level racer, they're having like prizes and whatnot for new riders. So it's like there's no reason not to go and get your feet wet. A lot of people I think are intimidated by like Zach and all these great racers, and I get it. They're amazing. It's like, how can you win against these guys, that are established and have been racing for a while? But
I'll probably race at the one in Long Island. I got something coming. I got a wheel
the
coming.
TEF one. That's TEF one.
Okay. But
right?
no.
What you're talking about?
No. The Long Island race, the
That's New
Electrified
York.
Expo. I'm gonna do that one.
That's
it's
New
out
York,
Long Island. Yeah, that's where.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
I
out
was,
Long
I was
Island.
thinking just New York. I didn't equate Long Island to.
I'll probably do that one because I got something coming, Zen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Like a new wheel or?
Yeah, I got a new wheel coming.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably within the next week and a half, 2 weeks, 2 weeks tops. Probably within the next week and a half.
Something we've seen before, or something like top secret?
Oh, you've seen it. It's one of your favorite wheels.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
What's one of my favorite wheels?
The Lynx. I'll just put it out there. I have a Lynx coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Trade hard with that thing, man. Yeah. That thing is a beast. What kind of tire do you think you'll put on it?
Right now, I believe there is a knobby on it, but I'll probably keep that on for right now because the
if you keep the knobby on, you can do the Psycho slide, and that's Psycho was destroying the first race where he was using a knobby tire. It allows you to like touch the ground easier, and so you can just do these crazy turns. He was dominating that race. He was beating everybody until the finals where he started slipping because I guess he was burning. Yeah, he's burning off the edges, and it started to slip out.
I just have to see what comes first. I know the Wheel Life Rally is coming, so I want to use that wheel for that, but I don't want to have to go keep switching tires back and forth from street to knobby.
It's not too bad on the Lynx. Like really, if you have a drill with the Allen wrenches, it's pretty easy. I mean, no tire change is easy, but Leaper Kims aren't so bad in general. I got my patent apart right here. I'm going to put a street tire on it for this next race next week.
Yeah, we'll put this up here. Oh, well, I never had a lot of problems with my Begodes, man. I know with my Tesla, man, that's when I was in that accident. That thing took probably 10 tumbles, man. It was probably 6 feet up in the air above me rolling. I'm looking at it, bang, 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 bang. Hit the ground, it slid. I turned that thing right on and it powered up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Begode is weird, man. Like some of their older wheels, like just were amazing. And then sometimes my last 3 have been, I had the Blitz totally sponsored. I didn't have to pay for a thing, but literally was in plastic pieces in the box, like broken. And then there was a major alignment issue. So it was like, and then I had a race coming up. It was the Olympics in France, kind of the Olympics. And like, I wanted to race that, but it was too much to fix. We still took it and we tried, but with the alignment issue, it was really hard.
That video. You guys had trouble with the tire, getting the tire to line up.
Yeah. And then the ET Max, which I love Begode wheels, but like, I'm not a super technical guy. So if it's not like, I have to, if it's a weird issue, like an alignment issue, I have to take it to somebody to get it fixed. I can't do it with myself with Leaper Cams. I could pretty much fix, unless it's like something crazy, I could just fix it by myself. It's not so difficult.
Yeah, dude, I hate wrenching on wheels, dude. I mean, I can do it, but it's just like, really not a big fan.
For sure.
And Ruben, yeah, man, I love him. Ruben's a good dude, man. Excellent rider.
He's fast.
Yeah,
he is fast. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great rider, man.
I got some video of him. He was in my Panther, when I was reviewing the Panther, he got in front of me. I was like, holy cow, I can't. I'm on this brand new Panther 5,500 watt motor. And don't get me wrong, this Panther was actually surprisingly nimble on the tight track. Like, it blew my mind. If I would probably do better on that big Panther than I would the Lynx. It was so chill. Oh my God, I love the Panther,
dude.
man.
Does it looks, dude, it just looks like, does it feel heavy like when you're riding, or?
No, it's not like the Master Pro. Like, I tried the Master Pro before and it feels like a boat. This felt kind of like the Sherman L. I don't think Zach likes it. I remember Zach was saying he didn't like it or something, but like, I loved it. With the exception of the power button. You have to like anally probe it to like,
it's like you're giving it a freaking exam trying to reach out.
Exactly. And even the power, that's where the power port is too. So you have to like dig in there to get the power point. But that was a prototype. So I hope they fix that, and they're aware of that. So, but other than that, man, the Panther was like a dream. I love 22-inch wheels, the stability, and on a big circuit like the TEF1 race we did, that thing would dominate.
And that's wide open too. So that thing would roll, man. That thing would definitely roll.
Yeah. The braking,
I'm sorry.
The braking at my weight, man, I felt like it took 3 business days to brake with me like full on, like pulling and sitting down. So if you're a bigger guy, like around 200 pounds, I don't think that will be an issue for you. But the smaller guys, just be careful, because I was like doing a high speed test and I was like trying to brake and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, you were leaning like you're at the rodeo, man. I think you're missing was the hat leaning off the back, you know?
Yeah.
He's saying people are saying that they want the Nikola to come back, but let's see how many of them.
It's true.
Dude, people are still rocking that wheel. Even in New York City, man, you still see a lot of guys putting miles on that wheel. It's just freaking so durable.
And this has suspension and better speakers. Now, the weakness is 84 volts. Like, I don't know why they just couldn't make it 100 volts. If maybe that adds too much more weight or something.
Because it's not light as I thought it was going to be. It's 68 pounds. It's pretty up there. I know you're going to add about 10 pounds with the suspension, and then the watt hours of the battery came down too. So it's not 1,800. It's 1,500 watt hour.
Yeah, 61 pounds isn't too bad.
No, 68 pounds, I believe. 31 kilos.
Master Mike.
Here he is. Hey guys, what should be here? Of the E10 Z11. Nice.
And I saw Zach's question earlier, the secrets to the Psycho slide.
Yeah, I saw that. I was trying to figure out where.
I haven't been able to do it successfully, except in TEF1 I did, because I lowered the pedals of my Sherman L, so I was able to get low enough. But that was kind of turned out to be a tactical error. I think if I hadn't lowered my pedals. Did you see the finals of TEF1 where I went off the track twice?
Yeah, I did.
I was like, it was dark. I was just not, I don't know. I just made some, usually I'm pretty consistent usually. But then I just like, I had my visor down and it was getting dark, and like, it was just like my depth perception was off. Plus the not intimidation, but the adrenaline. And then I had all these fast Bigodes in front of me, and I really wanted to represent the Leaper Cam. And so I think it was just like a bunch of mistakes that really, yeah.
I mean, that's part of racing, man. You have good days and bad days. That's just how it is.
Will the Spain racers make it to the US racers? Man, Top Spam is, I think, scared to come to the US, and there's not really. I'm trying to sponsor Psycho. He wants to come here so bad, but it's so expensive to fly here. You need a wheel. I don't know. There's food costs, stuff like that. But I don't know if the Spain racers will make it. I think they're scared of the US riders, really.
Really? You think?
I know. There's some really good Spanish riders like Steven and Leanne. Leanne is kind of falling off, but Steven and Peter from Portugal are like, the things those guys can do on a wheel, not just like racing, but like the hills they go up would just blow people's minds. Like, I couldn't even, when I was there in Spain, I couldn't. And like Steven, I think he's probably one of the best all around riders in the world. Like, he can do shibby type of jumps. Plus he's one of the best racers and can do hill climbs like no other. So yeah. Patton S accelerates faster than Lynx. Yes, definitely. I love my Patton S. It's like one of my favorites. I think it's the best 16-inch wheel.
What about stability? as far as what's more stable, the links or the patent, in your opinion?
The links. I mean, it has that bigger tire, but I'm gonna try. I have a 90 12 tire coming for the patent. And if that fits on there, whew, I think I could maybe get a podium with it. Because that was my weakness at Escape Con was that knobby tire. It has a super sharp dip.
Gonna have that freaking drop off,
So
man. Boom.
Scrape. And like I raced it, I think the best that you could with that tire. I beat 20 other riders, but I got 7th place in the end. So
Okay.
I beat some X-Ways, you know, I beat some 168 volt wheels with it. So that was, and some really good riders on those wheels. Law was racing an X-Way 168 volt, and me and him were like neck and neck. Like he was breathing down my neck, and it was a pretty sweet battle. But I came out a little bit ahead. So I'm hoping this 90 12 street tire can get me up to the front with Max and Zach and Roger. But I think honestly, I'm probably gonna have to get a Bagode. What I'm trying to get Bagode to make, what I want personally, my dream wheel is like X-Way or the Blitz Pro. Which I have a hard time. I tried both of them. They're both seem like the same wheel to me. But with the Panther suspension, now that Bagode's doing the fork suspension, that makes me want Bagodes. That was my 2 issues with the Bagode. The QC was kind of gave me issues, and then I don't like the rear suspension. I love fork suspension. So if they can give me the X-Way or the Blitz Pro with that fork suspension, I think that's a podium wheel for sure.
That might be their new format if they, get more riders biting on that. So that'd be good. Anyway, I got told something huge about Bagode. They'll get people excited. Americans worried about the tariffs. Oh, okay. Yeah, prices did go up a bit. You can see that on eWheel's site. I know Next Gen a couple weeks ago he said that he would keep his prices pretty much the same. So we'll see.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Like I prefer buying from dealers that have like a service center. I get how, he's able to cut costs by not having a service center, but I don't know. I think if you buy from like Next Gen or someone that doesn't have a service center, you need to make sure that you know what you're doing before you get into it.
Yeah.
Be able to work on wheels. But yeah, Next Gen keeping the prices down is helpful. Like being able to buy a wheel at a discount. Some of these are getting crazy. The Panther, what is $5,500 after taxes on eWheels? It's a little bit hefty.
I got a great deal, man, on the links. But yeah, dude, that's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of freaking money, Fogger. You're talking motorcycle,
right? And then you need
or you can buy a used car for that much.
Crash that Panther. Whew, that's $5,500 of plastic pieces all over the place. So you need some good fairings on that. So that's maybe $6,000 after you buy your pads, pedals. And
100%. So, I always tell people, dude, when you get a wheel, add an additional $400 or $500 to it. Once you get all the trimmings put on, pads, pedals, but people change out the tire.
Willie Brady says, I keep doing the Zach slide. Zach does go down quite a bit in races, but I think it's because when you're pushing it like Leanya goes down more than anybody ever met. That's how I beat her in the Olympics. Was she basically went down 3 times. She was way ahead of me, but she went down 3 times. So I was able to get the silver medal from
Dude, it happens.
Yeah. It's when you're pushing it to the max. We're on such slim margins when you're racing. Like that traction is just, if you just push it just a little bit too hard, just a micro push, and you're slipping off the track. I couldn't let people try my ACM because chunks broke off when it dropped.
He's going back to ACM. Yeah, well, he's not. Dale's been riding for a while though, dude. Willie Brady, what's happening, brother?
I love the racing scene.
He said he got to ride it in China. Nice, man. Holding out on us. Yeah, dude. Jeez, man. I want to try that wheel so bad.
Which one?
The Nick. I came close to getting one.
The Nick?
Yeah, the Nikola. The C8. They call it
the C8. Oh, okay. The Nikola 2.0.
Yeah. Dude, I'm gonna start a campaign. Let's call it the damn Nikola, man.
What's wrong with the Rocket? I saw Electric Unicycle say something about the Rocket.
I thought about getting a Rocket And then I was just like, when I got this deal with the links, I was like, dude, there's no way I'm passing this thing up, man.
Yeah.
No way. No way.
So E-Ride Life is Seth, right? From
Yeah,
AMP.
Seth, yeah.
And I saw what they were doing at the Arizona Bike Week. Did you see that ball that you go in? I forgot what it's called.
Dude, I saw that. I was like the ball of death.
I want to see somebody master that. That would be so viral. Like if you could, like,
epic.
you need your cutoff to be like, I don't know, your angle cutoff to be something crazy so that you can like do a full loop.
Yeah, that would be freaking.
I think Amped is selling wheels now too, so
yeah,
he might be the one to look out for if you want the if you want a good deal on the new Nikola 2.0.
I might have to.
I think it could be a good selling wheel, man. I want one to go out at nighttime and just like, that's kind of my meditation. You know, sometimes I put on meditation music. I go out, and actually lately I've been using AI to create my own positive music, like with like empowering affirmations and whatnot. And
night rides are awesome.
Nikola 2.0, they are. That's
night
how I kind
rides in the summer, dude. Learning. Oh my goodness, man! No one's out, and it's just peaceful.
Got to be rich to buy these new releases. It's true, man. But if you compare it to other racing sports, I'm always kind of thinking about racing, not just, I guess, all consumers, but on the racing. Some of these motorcycle racers, they pay that much money for the tire that goes on their wheel. Those, like, just the tire, it can be $5,000. It's crazy, and we're getting a full like thing, and you could put it in your car and travel to races. You don't need a truck or trailer.
Even cyclists, those bikes, right. 10 grand, $15,000 for those bikes and up, man.
Right. So, yeah. I mean,
you see loose for what's happening, brother. Yeah, it's I mean, prices are steep when you compare to what EUCs used to cost, but compared to some other sports, man, it's still cheap.
Definitely. Smash that like button, guys.
Smash it. So what's your next race coming up, dude? I know something
next week is the beginning of the Electrify Race League. It's the first race in the series. It's a 5-race championship series where your points are kind of scored. I didn't know. Okay, so I was confused because there's a ERL, Electric Racing League, that's in Australia. I thought that is what Electrify Racing League was. I didn't realize it was two separate things. And so I just kind of learned about this Electric Racing League, and I was like, that's why the US racers are so good. I thought the only championship was me in Spain. I didn't realize the US was doing one here, and they're really good at especially the flat tracks. The American riders tend to be better at the flat tracks. In Spain, we have more tracks like the TEF1, which are more like roller coasters, and it's more depth to the track. It's not just, flat circuits with cones set up. It's like really like racing circuits. Totally different feeling. It's kind of a different racing style too. Especially that's where I feel where the fork suspension is better, when there's more depth and the rear suspension kind of starts to fall off. With the flat tracks, it doesn't seem to be as important because most of the turning, there's two types of turns, right? There's the pivot turns where you're kind of just pivoting, like you're rotating. It's a rotational turn. And there's like a dip turn where you're dipping down your pedal to turn.
Gotcha.
And on flat circuits, you don't really dip as much. It's more of a rotational. And so the suspension in the back doesn't really matter. You don't even really need suspension so much.
Right. I was talking about the S19 Dell.
I had an S19, man. I liked it, but man, there's something about the durability of the Nikola and whatnot. I'm excited for the lights and 6 speakers. This is 6 speakers, not what is the S16, just 2. So 6 speakers.
And then you got that fork suspension too. They're going with the hydraulic stuff. That's definitely gonna add to it.
Do you know how much it is, Sensei?
I didn't see the price.
I didn't either.
Seth, if you're still in here, do you know the price? What they're going to charge for the Nikola / C8?
What is a good price for it, you think? What would you pay for it? This is like Nikola's, what, 2,000 or was 2,000, something around there?
I wouldn't.
84 volts, so 1,500 watt battery. It doesn't have much in terms of specs.
See, that's the crazy part, because the Rocket is a 68 volt, 1,500 watt hour battery. That thing's up to $2,500 now. And even the Arrow jumped up to over $2,000. It was 1,800, almost 1,900. It went up over 2,000 now.
Yeah.
So who knows what this thing?
Yeah.
They're probably going to charge about 20. I would guess around 2,400 bucks. I would keep it under $2,000. Me personally,
They have to.
I
Man.
would, but I don't think they're going to do it.
I don't think an 84-volt wheel can sell for more than $2,000. Like,
Dude,
if I want this wheel, but over $2,000, I kind of like, I don't know. I kind of don't. I'm not. I'll just keep the speaker in my backpack, you know, and be happy with that. That was $50, you know, or $100. So.
No, seriously, if they want to sell a lot of them, dude, I would just bite it and just freaking undercut it. Keep that wheel, maybe $1,800 tops. They would sell a ton of them freaking things, dude.
Yes.
They would sell a ton of them.
What's that new wheel? That the V9 is the V9. That's a pretty good price.
Yeah, that's a fair price. That thing was $1,299.
Yeah, that's amazing. If Pagode can make like this type of wheel, like that price, oh man.
My goodness, man. The Pagode invasion would take over.
Why do I smell so bad?
Charlie's saying I had to put my future purchase on hold. These wheel prices are out of control. Yeah, dude, that's a lot of money. Yeah. Panther's ridiculous. I can't get a new. Yeah, that money. I can get a new. What's that? I can't see. Oh, Sigma Moto. You can always look at used wheels too. There's people always dumping good used wheels, man.
Right. And now I feel like the used market's great because of the tariffs. Like it changes the used wheel market.
Yeah. What's happening, dude? He says, "Oh shit!" Since they get the links, hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
once you go links, it's like once you have a Leaperkim wheel, it's great to own a Leaperkim. It's like quality at its finest. They're not perfect, but man.
Nah. Well, I had the Sherman, the OG. I love that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was. I loved it too. Yeah.
I had a plan up my sleeve. I said, let me go ahead. And I sold that. And I just held on to that. And I was just waiting to see. It came close to shooting on a Patton S.
Okay.
And then I had this offer presented to me. And I said, well, I think the links will fit me better because I'm pretty tall. I'm about a 200-pound rider. 6'1", almost 60. Yeah, so I think that would fit me a little better.
For sure. The Pattons, like 16-inch wheels in general, like they're kind of niche. Like if you're a taller rider, they're definitely not gonna feel good. You want some surface area for your legs.
The thing when I try to you might understand what I'm saying. The thing with 16-inch wheels where you have to be careful, you get EUC bite, meaning like when you go to make a turn, it'll bite the turn almost too much. If you understand what I'm trying to say, it'll dig in on you, man. So you got because they're so nimble. So if you're used to throwing around a heavier wheel, it's like a little too much into it, man. It just you'll over twist that thing.
Yes, especially off-roading. Yeah.
Yeah, like man.
Easily loses like it's kind of dangerous in a way if you're not used to it. And I almost think it's more of an advanced. You need to be an advanced rider to control it at like higher levels. If you're like a newer rider, that 18-inch wheel just has extra stability. It's not as precise, but it feels more stable. You're not going to lose traction or overshoot or overcompensate as much. I don't know why I smell so bad, man. I don't know how you can smell me from here.
Smell-o-vision.
Yeah. I don't wear deodorant. That's why.
I guess we're looking at what we were talking about, the price, $2,399. Yeah, dude, that's a lot for.
Man, I hope not.
Senior moment, what's happening, bro? Welcome to the stream,
Mr. Darnell.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're
working at the bike week, teaching people to ride. That's awesome. They're gonna do that too. I know. Liam, he had something up on Facebook, and he's doing the Electrified Expo, and he's going to be teaching people how to ride at various ones. So that is cool, man.
Amped is probably bringing in more people than anybody I could think of. Like they are just. What event did they have before the Hammers?
King of the Hammers. King of the Hammers. They taught a ton of people.
So many people
ride. Seth and Willie Brady and
they're like putting EUCs in front of people that like. It's like the target market. You could just throw your UC in your like Hummer or whatever, you know, your truck, and boom, it's the perfect compact
It is.
dirt bike. Like you're getting a compact dirt bike. Don't need a trailer, don't need a truck. You can throw it in. I just rent a car usually and throw it in the back, or even behind the driver's seat, they'll fit.
Yeah. Yeah. Smash the like button.
Spartacus.
Dude, so what would be your advice to anyone thinking getting into EUCs, like new riders? What tips would you give them?
Watch videos. I mean, like for me, it was the rabbit hole. Marty, U-Stride, Chooch, Duff. I think those were and then Kuji were like the 5 when I started. Like that was 5 years ago, and I watched all their videos. I didn't care if they were my writing style or not. Every little detail, commenting, asking questions, and then physically, I feel like, especially if you want to become a racer, it's becoming where you need to cross train. And like Show, he's an amazing racer. Do you know Show?
Yep.
He cross train. He could do like 1-arm pull-ups. That's what I'm trying to. I got the pull-up bar back here. I hurt my other shoulder, so I keep getting injured and I can't like build the mass I want. But like Show does like I feel like that's why he's so good, is because he does calisthenics at like a really high level, and you see them at the races like doing crazy stuff, and it's like, okay, if you're going to be a high level racer, you're going to need that. Not just for it helps you manipulate the wheel, but when you crash, you're going to roll better, and you're going to have extra muscle to protect you when you go down. Like push-ups is one of the best exercises. Everybody's breaking their shoulders. Why? Because they don't have like enough muscle to like support. And even if you do, you probably still gonna break your shoulder in the right situation. But like it helps immensely to have some muscle mass in those areas.
Yeah, it does. You have to cross train. Like I'm not the most skilled rider, but I keep my body in really good condition, and I think that helps me out a lot.
Are you still vegan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But as far as like working out, I make sure I do a minimum of 100 push-ups a day, sometimes 250. But
how do you get your like calorie needs going vegan? Like I think you probably remember I used to be vegan, but I just get so scrawny and feel weak, man.
I just eat. I don't
like what? What's like healthy vegan stuff that you can eat and get enough calories to gain weight? I want to gain weight. I want to gain mass.
One thing I tell you, stay away from that over processed stuff. It's okay every once in a while, like the arm burgers and all that type of stuff. I mean, you're just gonna you'll balloon out. But man, lots of pasta, potatoes, sweet potatoes. I'm high carb. I eat a ton of people say, man, you're gonna gain a lot of weight. No, I don't, dude. I eat all carbs, but I pack it in. Pack it in, man, and it keeps me, like I said, I'm not big, but I'm not little. Like I said,
and you feel like that's giving you enough energy. Like you're okay.
Oh yeah, because my average weight's about 185. Sometimes I'll go up to like 190, but I normally stay about 185. That's where I feel pretty good at, like 185. Okay. But I just eat. I don't count calories and all that type of stuff. If I'm hungry, I'm eating.
And is it why are you vegan? Essentially, spiritual reasons, clarity, or is there any like reason, or just you just want to be?
Nah, what happened to me was, dude, I had a bad back injury. Okay. And I went in, long story short, we're still friends to this day. Doctor, sorry. She said, because they wanted to give me surgery. She's like, don't get the surgery. I can fix it. So she asked me what I was eating, and I told her, she's like, well, you might want to go, cut out the meat and the dairy. And at that time I was like, nah, I was hard. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. She's like, well, if you do that, your back will heal. So she fixed my back, and I went out and I messed my back up again really bad. And I went back, and first thing she said, man, what's your diet like? And I told her, she's like, you need to stop eating all that damn meat and dairy. I told you, if you stop eating it, your back will heal up. And I went cold turkey, dude.
What does that have to do with the back, though?
I don't know. But again, to each his own. That's why I don't get on here and I don't tell people what to do.
Sure.
Eat what you eat. But that was back in July 1st of 2014. I went cold turkey, and I haven't had a problem with my back since. It might get tight every once in a while, but as far as like having to go for surgery and stuff like that,
I wonder if it's just because meat takes longer it takes a lot more energy to digest it. And and so it maybe boosts your healing to get these fast nutrients.
But one thing I will say, even if you eat meat, like some people say, "Oh man, you're vegan." I don't care. Eat what you eat. But one thing I will say for anybody, get your greens, man. Get your greens, whatever it's kale, spinach, any of that chard, Swiss chard, bok
Yeah.
choy, any of that stuff. Make sure you get your greens. If you can't, get some green juice. Does your body good, man.
I don't know the last time I had greens except for kiwi.
Yeah, eat your greens, dude.
Okay.
I'm telling you, your body will love you for it. Yeah, keep it. But again, I don't go crazy as far as even with the I'll give you a quick thing was this is funny. So I don't push that whole, the whole vegan mess. I think I'm like the outlaw when it comes to plant-based and stuff. And I remember, dude, I said in one of my videos, I'm riding on the RS, and I was making a video, and I said, "Hey, I'm just going to cast this fishing line out, and we're going to see where this, where this video goes." And I said, "Oh, by the way, don't let the vegan name fool you. I'm a good fisherman." Man, people unsub, dude. I kid you not. Yeah, they was mad. Like, "Oh, you're not." I'm like, man, I haven't always been vegan, but yeah, I had ticked some people off. So after that, I was like, you know what, man. I'm just not even. I'm just like, I'm not even going to push it, man. I'm just going to make my ride videos, and people ask me a question, I'll answer it to the best of my ability. I tell people, eat what you eat. I eat what I eat, and that's it, man. We're just going to have a good time riding. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
People seem very tribalistic about their wheels and politics and all that stuff. And it's like really hard to just have a normal conversation without setting someone off, and you're like, whoa,
oh, man.
Whoa. You see their demons real fast. You're like, sorry.
Right.
Sorry about that. Like, wow.
Dude, I just ride and enjoy it, man.
That's the great thing about riding is you can kind of escape
reality.
Yeah, man.
Like our own matrix, man. Okay, this is for you, Zen.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. I think the psycho slide video I made would be helpful for that, but maybe I'll make another one that doesn't involve the actual sliding. What is the actual technique? There's it's so many factors, like the type of tire you're using, the wheel you're using. There's different muscles with different types of turning. A different tire can totally change the way you're cornering.
Mm-hmm.
With the Patent, it was different. With that Navi tire, it was just so different than some of the other turns.
Yeah, some of them knobbies, especially on like asphalt, to give you a freaking heart attack because you go to turn and the way the tread pattern is, that thing will just flop. Boom. That is scary, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
That is scary. It's not fun.
But it's Lee. So it's Chow Lee. Yeah, I'll try to make a cornering video. That's a good idea.
Jeff, what's happening, man? Welcome to the streams. As my tip for the riders would be something about being prepared to seriously injure it. Yeah, dude. That's a fact. I tell people that I love what we do, but eventually, I said this about like street riding. I said that two things are going to happen. One, you're going to wreck eventually, and two, you're going to end up getting hit by something. Just hope that it's not bad. Just hope that it's not bad.
I'm on my 4th broken bone now, and other injuries that are almost as bad as the broken bones. So it's at E-Wheels, we always talked about the Superman syndrome, which usually happens after you just get the hang of the wheel. You're like, wow, I got it now. I got it. And you have this, you feel like Superman. You feel you get it. You get why maybe some people think we look weird or whatnot. But when you get that feeling of riding it, you don't know what you look like because you feel like a superhuman. And then you crash, and then you realize you weren't a superhuman and that you're in fact a fragile human being. And these are not toys. They are a serious vehicle. And yeah, you learn real quick that fun, as great as it is, the injuries, the two things that sucks about wheels is the injuries and maintenance.
Yeah, maintenance sucks.
Other than that, and maybe learning for me, it was really hard. It took me a month. Like some people get it, but for me, I even tried selling my wheel, my Nikola, after I got it. Yeah, Marty back kind of talked me out of it. It was on the forums, and I was like, I just can't get it. It was so much pain, and like I just couldn't get it. And so I tried selling it, and Marty's like, that's like your reptilian mind or whatnot. I was like,
Marty.
Yeah, maybe there's something to that, and so I just kept at it. If it wasn't, for just like that one line of encouragement, I might have given everything up, and we wouldn't be here chatting.
I actually, when I first got into it, Marty actually suggested a wheel for me, and but I watched all of Marty's videos, and I say this on probably every stream. We would not be where we are today, or EUCs, without Marty and the overheat hill and all the stuff he did with that. Dude, those videos were freaking awesome, dude.
And he was the first, I think, to use the 360. I was the first to use it for like shorts, like TikTok and stuff like that. But Marty was the first one to use it for like YouTube style videos. And yeah, he really changed.
He changed the
game. He is the godfather for
people
become the godfather for that reason. His tour, he really brought so many people in, and like his breakdowns of wheels, just a great. He doesn't seem so prolific anymore. I think he's more relaxed now. He's not making as many videos. Maybe he is. I just saw his last one with Dawn, where he went to where she crashed and kind of showed everybody where she crashed. That was brutal.
Yeah, that was tough.
And then he had a bad crash too. I think where he broke his ankle.
A few crashes.
Yeah,
he's had a few. Oh, Dale talking.
Yep.
We got to get you on a workout program, Dale.
Yep. I would love to go to Australia. Is he racing in the ERL?
I don't think Dale races, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think so. I could be wrong. Dale, hit it in the comments, man. I don't think he races. He got crazy skills, but I don't know if he races or not. I don't know if he's talking to me or you, but I'm 6'1", 185.
I'm 5'9", 150.
Oh, no, yeah, dude, it's cool, man. Like I said, I don't go. Like I said, I don't get all crazy. And again, I get slack. I probably get flack from probably some of the people in the plant-based community because I don't go like I'm not. Oh, you can't. I tell me, hey, whatever's good with you, that's what you do. Me, I do my own thing. I don't jump all up in people's business, man. It's just.
It doesn't work. You have to. There's only really one way to change somebody, and that's live.
Yeah,
live what you want to be. You know, live the be the change you want to be.
Right, and it's like if someone asks me a question, like I said, I'll give you the best answer. If I don't know the answer, I always tell people, don't believe me, research it, and do that. But I'm not going to sit here and get in tug of war matches. Oh, you got to eat. You know, you need red meat. You need this. You need that. Okay, that's how you feel. That's fine, dude. I'm not going to argue the fact, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring back the RS.
Bring back, dude. They're making RS and make something new. Like, yeah, it's true. Like 2 weeks later.
I really think they're onto something with kind of bringing these back. I wouldn't mind seeing the EXN with the same amazing braking and the suspension of this Nikola. Like,
wouldn't that be nice?
That could be a racing wheel. Like, keep the weight down, just keep the specs like. Maybe make it 134 volts. I'm not sure what the voltage would need to be for racing, but without suspension. The EXN with suspension could be a legit racing wheel.
Oh yeah, I mean,
that wheel has tons of podiums.
That freaking wheel again. That thing still, it's fast. Even today, the wheel's still freaking fast, dude.
Yeah, I was surprised. Like I was riding one on SKCon. My friend had just bought one, which surprised me that he bought it brand new from E-Wheels, and I was like, oh well, that's interesting that you would buy that new. And then I tried. I'm like, oh my God, like the braking on this is insane. Like this could probably win. You could probably get a podium steal against these 168 volt wheels because it's lightweight. The only problem kind of is the scraping of the pedals is the only real issue with it for racing. If it didn't have that issue, it could be competitive at even 100 volts.
100 volts. You can still, I believe, EUCU, if I'm not mistaken, they sell pedal hanger kits. You can raise the pedals on an EXN. I did that on my I did that on the Tesla I had. And their parts are freaking top notch, man. Pedal hangers, all that stuff. You can raise it up, lower it down, do whatever you want.
Yeah, the Shinko one and only, the Shinko 244 is like a top tier off-road tire. For asphalt, I don't know. I do have the belief, man, that knobby tires can be competitive on asphalt. Like just seeing Psycho dominate everybody with his blew my mind, and I did pretty well with a knobby tire. I did shit at racing.
You get the right one. To me, it's almost like look at the rally cars. They race on all surfaces with knobs, whatever the tread pattern they have. So you just have to find the right one, I guess.
And I like the street tires off-roading too. So it's we're in a different world. That's what I kind of like about our world is we're explorers. We're the beta testers. I love trying new things. That's why like people saying I'm done for racing with the knobby tire or whatnot. But I just wanted to try, like, just
Mhm.
see. And it's not even my favorite knobby tire. I tried the Shinko 241. Someone had an extreme there. Eva had an extreme there, and I tried that. And I was like, that could be competitive on asphalt. It
Right.
felt super stable, and you could off road with it. The thing is, with it sucks to do tire changes, but like
Yeah.
if you're not really trying to win, you just want to go and have fun. You don't. I don't know. You don't necessarily need to change your tire.
Albert, what's happening, brother? Welcome to the stream. He says, Zen, which is better, the Blitz Pro or the X-Way?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I tried Rogers X-Way, and like if you saw that video, I was like, I just told him I don't like it. I don't get why you're writing this and not the links. Okay.
He rolls on that thing though, dude.
Yeah.
Roger flies on that freaking thing.
For sure. For sure. And then after it was over, I was like, okay, Roger, can I try it again? And I took it out. And I still kind of felt the same way. Like I took it on the circuit and I was like, what is up? And then I tried Doug's X-Way, which had the update. I don't know what was different about his than Rogers, but I was like, holy cow, this thing has insane torque. Braking's way better than, like, it blew my mind. So this is my problem with Bogode. And then after that, I tried the Blitz Pro, and that blew my mind. That really blew my mind. So it's confusing, the difference between the Blitz Pro and the X-Way. What, like, it's their settings, their pads, it's hard to really pinpoint what I felt was off with Rogers' wheel compared to the same wheel that I loved. So maybe it was his settings or whatnot, but man, the X-Way and Blitz Pro are insane torque, like just insane. Like I would take either one right now. My only issue is I want to hold out for one that has the Panther suspension. If I could get the Blitz Pro or X-Way with the Panther suspension or this new Nikola 2.0 suspension, take my money. Take my money. I will, and I think they might. So I want to hold off till then. But you don't really need suspension on these flat circuits. It's not so important.
Look at
Show's on an X-Way, Doug's on an X-Way, Rogers on the X-Way or Blitz Pro. And you know what wheel got first place?
Who took? Oh, it was the Pro. It was the Commander Pro, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Commander Pro.
He modded it.
Was it Max? Was it Max?
Yeah, he's insane. He modded. He's like he's like Tony Stark, but he modded it nice. To 168 volts, and it's insane. I don't understand. Like if I was Extreme Bull and I saw this guy winning races, I'm like, I'm making a freaking 168 volt Commander Pro right now because people are going to buy it. Max is consistently winning races. The Commander Pro was one of my favorite wheels of all time.
Dude, that wheel is
speakers,
a freaking wheel,
super
dude.
Powerful, no problems. I watched it roll down a hill. I love the Commander Pro, but like compared to the Lynx or some of the higher voltage wheels, it kind of starts to fall off. But after Max modded his to 168, he is dominating, like absolutely dominating.
Yeah.
So Albert, I can't really answer which one I like more. But I have a video coming up of each one, the Blitz Pro and X-Way, where you could just see my reactions to each one. And I don't think you could go wrong with either one. I think one might be better for high speed circuits and one might be better for like the tighter circuits, more torque. But both of them had insane torque. So I don't know.
Right. And that's something that I was like looking for too, is like, I don't want a wheel that I just have to, you don't want to have to just over exert yourself trying to get the power out of it. You know what I mean? It sounds kind of crazy, but doing that all the time, it tires you out in the freaking race, dude. Especially depending on how many laps are. I think it's tiring.
Yes, for sure.
But I mean, I don't race as much as you, so like I said, I'm not. I'm going basically just to get better.
The Dunning-Kruger effect.
Okay, never heard of that.
Me either.
And definitely Dunning-Kruger. Okay. I have to look that up because I never.
Yeah,
heard.
Me too. Chat GPT.
What is right? Handy, dude. AUC Freedom, what's happening, man? I don't know if I gave you a shout out already. Yeah, dude, Marty, definitely a cool dude, man. Oh, okay, here's one for you. Zen, will you be at the global race? We'd love to see one.
Oh, the Chinese global race?
Mm-hmm.
They're
doing that again this year, right? I think they're going to
I don't know, but I think I am going to move to China after my lease is up and just like be there where the wheels are in China. Now they have like these super electric cars that are like $20,000 that are like
Oh my
way
goodness, dude,
better
did you see
than
that?
yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it's like they're making it's like Tesla who? Some of the
They're
cars?
yeah,
It's crazy.
they're living in the future and we're falling behind. It seems like that. I don't know. I don't know. So it seems like as a UC content creator and a gamer and whatnot, I think being where all that is could be
Or it
good.
all
My only issue with China is like I love clean air, man, and sometimes it's not so good there. In fact,
I got you.
like if you just go to air quality, they got India right there, and just there's like a belt of just like horrible air quality.
Right,
And
right.
I'm
I
kind
get
of
you,
like
man.
sensitive to I like the mountains here. And even in Vegas, I live on the mountains, like, and I love clean air, clean water. So I don't know. But the
Right.
global race, I think I will definitely go, especially if they start making the wheel I want, the X-Way with the fork suspension.
Dude, you should reach out to like Peter or KB, man, and see if you can say, hey man, here are my specs.
Yeah,
Can we
I
build
did.
something? Yeah, seriously. Do
Yeah,
it. Try. You never know. Only thing I can
I
tell you
did
is, man,
already, and I think they're
try it
going.
again.
I think
Try it
they're going
again,
to.
man.
No, I think they're going to. I think they're on it.
Yeah, that was December. It was late December. Yeah, the race.
Do you think you'll go to one of these global events one of these
I
times?
do. I want.
Yeah,
I want to. I think this could be the year for me. It could
yeah.
be.
I
Yeah,
wish
because
they made it like a
looking up.
true global where it wasn't just Bigo. That's what I want. A true
Mhm.
global where it's emotion, King Song, Leaper Kim. Everybody's
That
allowed.
would be
There's no
cool, man.
like, nope. I mean, I get it. They're the ones paying. Bigo does more for racing and the communities than any
Yeah,
other company. Leaper Kim tends to be more like, hey, we're already selling out of our wheels. We make the best quality. We don't need to really do anything more. But Gold's just like offering prizes. They're coming
they
up with,
went all out.
yeah, they're really
They
going
went
all out.
all out for that thing, dude. That was crazy, man. Hats off to them.
It was cool watching Zach crush the Russians, America versus Russia. I love
They
that.
freaking rolling. What I like too, like when you go to these events, man, it's like it's one thing to watch the videos, but to actually see that stuff firsthand and how fast like you're moving. Like I was
Right.
watching Zach, I watched um well, all those guys were out there, Ruben, and then I was looking at a show go down the back straight, dude. They look like freaking motorcycles, dude. It's
Right.
freaking insane, man.
It is. And now we got the Panthers. So that could be like next level out there because that was a high speed circuit.
Mhm.
Oof,
Then I was
that
watching
could be
Willie Brady
amazing.
go by. It's like it's crazy, dude. It is. It's insane. Oh, he's talking about racing.
Can't drink first. Man, I'm so like kind of not anti, but I'm becoming more anti fog. Let's call it anti fog. Anything that can like, because when you're racing, I used to be the biggest pothead. I just stopped recently, and like I think that's a lot of my problems come from that. Like I broke my shoulder during a race, and I was smoking then, and like all these stupid little things happen after I smoke, and I love it. I get it and everything. I'm not like criticizing anyone, but like for racing, I saw it actually at SK Cons. Some people were smoking right before the race. That same person ran into the barrier. And it's like that's pretty easy to
Mm.
not run into.
You just
It's
want to be
because at the
clear.
higher level, people think it's putting them in the zone, and I feel that sometimes too. It can put you in the zone, but it's like you shouldn't need a substance to enjoy
I see what you're saying.
riding these because it's already so much fun. If you need something else to make it funner, you're putting yourself at risk. And the worst part again is getting injured, man. So
Dude,
I
I'm
think
still
I
healing
think
up that belly.
UC Willer in Australia, I think he can get away with it because he's just Australian. They got a different level of tolerance. So, but yeah.
We got a medium dog. Yo, guys, crashed my wheel today. Hope you're all right, man. It went in the river.
Oh my
That
god. Hopefully
sucks.
he has an IP rated wheel.
Yeah, landed on boulders, man. Hope you're all right, dude. Yeah, that
Did
that
you
sucks,
get
man.
your wheel back? Were you able to recover the wheel at least and not go to the hospital?
Oh, that sucks. One wheel, two skis. What's happening, bro? Welcome to the stream. He puts out really great content. Shinko 244. Yeah, I rode the 244 on an RS torque, and I loved it. It was good, especially off road. It's really nice. they're asking if the hold on a second. I can't get this to. Don't want to kick over. Hold on a minute. Let me try this right here and then go here. There we go. Yeah, they're asking if you got your wheel out. Hopefully you got it out of the water in time so your batteries don't but the main thing is that you're okay though. You can always replace a wheel.
Right. Australia is on my list. I want to go back to New Zealand too.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. Dude, there's quite a few places I want to go, man. I gotta start traveling.
Europe, man, Europe was the best. if you could go anywhere, I would say Europe, man. It was so being in Spain, they have a track at every like corner, karting tracks, and you can just pay to go on them. Free healthcare.
Real oh dude,
man, it's
really?
like it's heaven there. And the food's so good, and the girls, oh my god, the senoritas, they're like, oh my gosh, they're so amazing. And then just seeing like castles that like you can ride to, and with the wheel, they have bike lanes everywhere. It's heaven, man. It is really heaven. Coming back to the US has kind of been hard for me.
Cops or anything as far as with the wheels or anything?
I never did. I had one cop stop me because I was going the wrong way, and he just pointed me to the right way.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's
some of the people kind of live in fear of the police, but like I rode 10,000 miles across Europe, and
no problem.
I never had any issue. And if you're American, man, you kind of got the free pass with your passport. Like you can get away with some things that maybe someone else couldn't.
So he got the wheel out, he said, but the damage is done.
Oh man.
All right. But again, dude, you're okay. You can always get another wheel, man, or fix it up, whatever. Devo, what's happening, brother? Welcome to the stream.
I'll put money down USA versus Australian racers. I want to see a global race. Australia, USA, Spain, France, Czech Republic, China, all the big racing countries, because there's some big racing countries that people don't really know about that are kind of living in the shadows. They don't have like, they're not getting viral videos. That's what I was trying to do in Spain, was to like bring some of these races out. And yeah, there's some racers out there that are really good that are just kind of like, you don't know who they are. Like,
oh, dude,
not many people know who Steven is, and I would put him in the top 3 in the world.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, there's somebody riding, training somewhere that's going to surprise some people, man.
For sure.
You never know. You never know. Got some shout outs again. Devo. Max is phenomenal. Yeah, Max can ride. Max can ride. Ruben, what were you riding at Eastgate Con? I don't know. Last time I saw him, he was on the Extreme. I'm not sure what he was on this time.
Ruben's fast.
Yeah,
I think he was saying though, and I've seen this from New Yorkers a lot when they come to races, they kind of have their eyes open to like the different levels. They're like, oh, okay, there's another level that I didn't know existed.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you notice that like New York, you will find some of the best street riders ever, dude. I mean, there's even when you ride in New York, man, you see your heart beating through your freaking shirt. But riding in the street and racing are two different things. And once they merge that together, oh man,
yeah,
talent in New York's gonna be freaking insane, dude.
It is. It will be.
You got some fast riders there.
New York was one of my favorite places in the world to ride. I was with Tarzan. He let me borrow his Sherman. You ever ridden with Tarzan?
I have. Tarzan's a cool, he's fast too. He's skilled rider.
He's super skilled. I think he's one of the fastest backboard riders in the world, and he wins races too. And he's just a super cool guy, man. Me and him went to Grand Canyon and like all these cool places. So when I went to New York, I was sleeping in his car because his girlfriend didn't want me to like stay over. So I was just sleeping. I had like a layover, so he let me like sleep in his car. I didn't want to like pay, $200 for a hotel in New York, and then we went for some amazing rides. New York's crazy. It's like, that was my first time there. It's like riding there. You could just ride there. It's allowed. And the skyscrapers. It's so nuts. Amazing.
New York is a fun place to ride, dude. I kind of take it for granted. I'm in the city every day, but
yeah,
it is freaking awesome. It is nice. Won't be able to buy wheel, either the Rocket or go big and get the Commander Max. Okay. Leap cam. Okay. Yeah, man. I always say wheels are a personal preference. Get in where you fit in and buy what you like, man.
Right.
Like the majority of my wheels are Brigode, and I haven't, like I said, haven't had any problems. I mean, mine are crap, but overall, they've been good to me. Like I was out on the RS the other night, man.
The RS?
Yeah, I love that wheel, dude.
That was a classic wheel, man. The RS. I remember Shibby, that's what he used to do his big jumps on was that wheel. It could really hold up.
Seth too. Remember Seth was doing they were doing all them jumps on those RSs, man.
Yeah. No suspension.
That's something. And it wasn't that long ago, dude. It wasn't that long ago. Like I can't believe I've had the RS for 4 years already.
Also, it looks like the price is $2,300. Yeah, it's $2,400 for the Nikola.
What do you think? That's a lot, man.
It's a tubeless tire. That's good. IP67, the 84 volts, 1,500 watts. I just don't get how they're charging so much.
They got what they said they can charge at 20 amps.
And that's not even for the 50S one. How much is the 50S one? That's $100 more.
$2,500.
Yeah, 2,500 if you want the 50S cells.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I don't get it. 40 miles an hour. Jeez. That's how are they making an 84 volt wheel go 40 miles an hour?
But remember, if you go back and you look at some of Ustride's old videos, he hit 84. He not 84 miles an hour. He hit, I think, 40 on an 84 volt wheel. That was on the I think when he had the MSX or the MSP. Okay. One of those high speed was the MSP or MSX, one of the two.
Probably the MSS.
Yeah,
but that was an 84. Oh wait.
One of them was 84.
Yeah. He was, I don't know. That could do 40.
He was cranking on that thing because I think Roger was saying that he couldn't do it, and he came down. He did it. Yeah.
Oh my. Oh wait. Have to go, was that Apple Valley?
No, it wasn't Apple Valley. It was just
where he cut out in front of Roger. Did you see that?
He was moving on that thing too. That was that MSP, high speed MSP.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, but no, I'm talking before that. Like when those wheels first came out, when he got that high speed, he hit 40 on that thing. And then even with that other wheel he had when he had cut out, he would hit like 49 miles an hour on that freaking wheel. And that was just 100 volt. That was just a 100 volt wheel he was doing that on.
That's crazy. You still talk to you, Strat? I haven't
talked to him in a little bit, but no, he's still, I
miss him, man. He was like super positive, dude. He was great having him on the team. It was so funny when he cut out in front of Roger. I told him right before the race, I was like, listen, because he had he had Show and Roger in his group. I was like, listen, if you lose, it's not a big deal because you'll be the top dog in the amateur group. Like he would have won the amateur, but just stay behind them, wait for them to make a mistake and capitalize. That was like my advice to him. But boom, he stepped on it right away, and
he
cut
was
out
moving,
right
man. It's just that thing he couldn't give it the full beans on that one on straightaway, man. It's just
Ustred has mad skills. If he had 134 volt wheel, then he would have won that. But
he got skills, dude. And I think the funny thing with Ustride is when he's riding, dude, it doesn't look like he's pushing hard. You know what I mean? You look at him and it just takes off like he's just like out of a shotgun or something, man.
Yeah, he's similar to Tarzan in a lot of ways.
Crazy.
Their riding style is very similar.
I know it's funny. I said this on with Cobra. I was at the Real Life Rally, and dude, I'm riding. I think I'm moving, and something flies by me. Yow, here in the woods, like a freaking deer ran past me. It was damn Tarzan, man. I was like, only thing I could do was just freaking laugh.
Yeah.
He was hauling ass, dude. And that was the race. He finished so far ahead, everybody. He spun around backwards and then went over the finish line backwards, dude.
Dude's an animal.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. He got mad skills, man. Mel, what's happening, brother? Welcome to the Straight Aim. Yeah, it's true though, man. Brigode, they make a ton of podiums, man. Their wheels.
Yeah, in Spain, it's all Leaperkims, so it's like, of course, they're gonna get the podiums. There's literally not one Brigode. I'm trying to get Cycles get it. You know, Cycle, right? Cycles Therapeutico. He's getting an XA soon. And I'm like, okay, you're gonna be super competitive against those all the Lynxes. Like, you're gonna have an advantage being the only Brigode rider out there.
I'm sorry, Evo call. has more
I don't get why they call them
Kims.
beeper Kims, man. It beeps. My shirt now beeps at like 55 miles an hour. That's
Yeah,
fast
I want
enough,
to
you
get
know?
that on a shirt, man. That's
Yeah,
freaking
beeper
funny,
Kim.
now, dude. Beeper Kims. Oh,
Beeper
that's
Kims.
hilarious.
There's not much you could do to insult the Leaper Kims because they're just such quality wheels. Beeper Kim, fair enough.
Green Master Mike, what's happening? Here you go. Smoke race, know your limits.
Yeah.
Teach is
Yeah.
That's funny. That is funny. Yeah, man. Let's see. Stan, what's happening, brother? On Dawn. I haven't heard any updates on Dawn, really. Just the stuff that they post on some of the forums.
I talked to Roger about her at EscapeCon, and her sister it sounds like she's doing better, but her sister does not allow anyone to see her or allow Dawn to use her phone. So
wow,
it's hard to get updates.
Yeah, that's tough, dude. That's tough. USA, I'll put money down. USA versus Australia racers any day.
Who are the big Australian racers? Do you know any of their stars?
I don't know any of them. Nah.
UC Wheeler. Who are your stars in Australia? Who would you put your money on right now? Like, if you could pick one rider in Australia to compete against the Americans, everyone, who would you put your money on? Oh, UC Wheeler put his money on himself.
Bet the whole purse on himself.
I'll just slam a few whiskeys and smoke a few joints, and I'll win that shit.
That is funny. Diva says, I believe in the USA. Racers will choose the wheel to win race, no matter what brand.
Yes.
Yeah, the best racers are most choose the gold.
Yeah, my loyalty lies with whoever makes the best racing wheel.
Oh, man, I'm falling behind here as usual. Yeah. How about the population? Okay, here we go. Roger just said that Dawn is looking like her old self. She's doing well. Okay.
Oh, nice.
That's a great thing. That nice.
That's amazing. That was a tragedy.
Yeah, man. I don't wish that on anybody, man. It's and then when you look at the spot too, it was just like, damn. That was crazy. That was nuts.
Have you ever had any close calls that were like,
yeah, dude, I almost died when I got hit, dude. I'm surprised they were.
You got hit by a car?
I got hit by an SUV. I got
an SUV?
Yeah, it was a Grand Cherokee, dude.
What happened?
Jumped the stop sign.
You did, or
no? They did. I'm going down this road.
Oh my god!
And there wasn't a lot of traffic or anything. I was commuting to work, and I looked off to the left. Still at the stop sign, nothing. But the thing is, the windows were tinted, so I'm looking. I'm like, good, cool. I go to look to the right to make sure nothing was coming across because I had the right of way, and it was. Soon as I looked back the other way, that thing was like dominant, just like Fast and Furious. Man, I was like, there was no way. So I started trying to run at an angle to try to beat it. And I said, I'm going to have to take the hit. I said, I have to take the hit. There's no way.
Oh my God. You were consciously thinking this?
Yeah,
or
I had to.
Wow.
Because I was running at the angle and it hit me out of the crosswalk. And I almost made it. But it was like to the point because I was on my Tesla. And I took that thing to the max without cutting it out. Jeez. And I got hit in between. It's like it hit me in the hip between the emblem of the car and like the headlight. And then my elbow came down on top. I was all padded up on a hood. Bam! And everything collapsed in. And
you broke your arm?
35. Ankle.
You broke your ankle?
Ankle, yeah, ankle. Grand tear to my left knee. My back was messed up, and then my shoulder.
That's what messed up your back? That's why you went vegan? Was from that accident? Or
no. That was way before that. But I hurt my back, my knee again. Grand tear to the knee, broken ankle.
Did they drive off, or did they stop and help you?
He stayed.
That's great.
It was crazy, dude.
Did you get any insurance money from that or anything? Or
I learned something very valuable that day.
Yeah.
People always say, "Oh man, you're an accident, you're gonna get paid." No, you don't. If you get paid what their insurance is, and if they have crap ball insurance, you're not getting nothing. You're not getting
Oh
anything.
man,
So
you
it
can't
wasn't.
sue them for the assets or anything
Nah,
like
dude,
that?
it wasn't even worth it, man. My main thing is I
Really?
lived through it. Yeah, I lived through it, and
But man, that
I'm,
sounds like a lot of suffering for
oh, dude, it
no
was
payday,
and horrible. I don't wish that
especially
was
if they were
me.
like 100% at fault. Like,
Oh, it was 100%. I mean, that dude even admitted to it that day. I didn't see you. I'm like, dude, I'm freaking 7 foot tall, lit up like a UFO, and you couldn't see me on this thing. And the cops were looking at me like, this is all that happened. But yeah, that was nuts. And the funny thing is now I can laugh about it now. Like
yeah,
when I got hit because I was on the hood of the car, I'm like, I'm not dying today.
yeah.
I'm not dying. Then I just fly through, the freaking air, dude.
Are you fully recovered now, or
My ankle's still a little bit,
yeah?
it gets a little wacky sometimes, but besides that, I'm good to go. Again,
That's awesome.
Dr. Sorry hooking me up, fixing my knee, help fix my knee.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So yeah, just be careful out there, everybody.
For sure.
Be careful, man.
Stay alert, stay alive.
Yep. Just because you see them doesn't mean they see you,
Oh, we got UC Vibes in the chat.
Vibes is in the house.
Yeah. Saw his viral videos. He's got some viral videos. He's
Vibes
been like
is freaking awesome. Gotta love Vibes, dude. He's freaking awesome.
Ruben was Racing Law's master. I didn't know Law had a master. Okay.
Oh, he was on a master? Okay.
Yeah, Ruben was flying on that thing. Got a video of Ruben on my YouTube channel if you want to see how fast he was when I was on the Panther.
I did see that. I did see that. The thing with me, dude, I always tell people I watch a ton of videos.
Yeah.
But I watch on my Xbox, and you can't comment on a freaking Xbox. So I normally don't have my phone on. I normally just watch on the Xbox.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I watch everything on there. Dude, I thought I was caught up. I'm sorry. I'm talking to myself here with the comments. Awesome comments here. I get so what wheel are you planning on getting next?
I think I might get the Nikola 2.0 sponsored. So I'll be making some promo videos with that, probably, maybe. Fingers crossed, who knows? I don't. A secret to life is don't have expectations, because if you don't have expectations, they can't be crushed. And like you really set yourself up for failure. I see when I was working at eWheels a lot. I'm just so excited for this new wheel. And that guy is the guy that's going to get the one with the major QC issue. And like that excitement turns to the opposite really fast. But for what wheel I want most is like what I was telling Sensei is the X-Way or Blitz Pro with the Panther suspension. I would love a Panther too, but I'm kind of more in the racing. The Panther could be the best racing wheel on a high-speed circuit, but in the US right now, the championship is mostly the tighter cones, flat circuit type of style. So the Panther is not going to be the right one for that. But if there's another TEF one like that where it's high speed, the Panther could dominate. I love the Panther, man. If it wasn't $5,500, $6,000, I might
cheese, man. That's a lot of cheese to spend on a wheel, dude.
It is. It is.
Yeah, that would be a good freaking race there. Tarzan and Dale backwards race, man. They ride backwards fast, and I probably ride frontwards, man. Look at that. Yeah, Tarzan is the second best backwards rider in the world. That's funny. Yeah, he has some sick backwards videos, man. Yeah, I don't see how he does that, dude. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, Dave, I'm with you on that one. Dude.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money for 84 volts, unless they found some way. Oh, I don't know. An e-bike's different. I mean, like you figure the Sauron's a freaking 72 volts, and them freaking things will do 65 miles an hour. But that's a lot of money for 84 volt, dude.
It really is. It really is.
Because you have people even with the Rocket, with the price that it was even before that went up, and they were saying, man, for a 1,500 watt hour battery, that's a lot of money. I was like, yeah, that's a lot of money.
I think the Rocket's gonna be a tough sell.
That thing's gonna be quick though, dude. That's gonna be that 168 volt.
It's not 168 volts. It's
yes, it is, dude. The Rocket's 168 volt, man.
Let me fact check that.
Yeah, dude.
That's insane. But it only has a 2,000 watt motor, so it's like that voltage isn't
What are they
really
yanking out of
getting
that
put.
thing?
Yeah, it's only a 2,000 watt motor, so the voltage is not going to really. I don't think that much voltage will actually do much with such a small motor. I don't really know what I'm talking about. So, but just right. If it's that, if you only have a 2,000 watt motor, is that 168 volts going to utilize?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Well, I always say, always look at the Nikola, dude. That
And
thing
it
will go
goes
40
with
miles
what
an
we were
hour.
talking about with the smaller wheels, how it's so easy to lose control. Well, this has a fat tire, so that's
the
different.
thing, dude. That I call it wheel bite, man. That EUC wheel bite is no joke. You got to make sure that your wheel is locked in a good position before you get, before you get on it, or you're going to twist out on that thing. Yeah, but it's definitely 168 volt.
Yeah, it is. But the 2,000 watt motor is the turn off there. And it's $2,500 now for a small little wheel.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's strange to me. It says the cruising speed's 43 miles per hour on the Rocket.
Mm-hmm.
So this 84 volt wheel, we're saying it can go the same speed as this 168 volt wheel. That's interesting to me.
I wonder if they're finally starting to lock into the full potential of electric motors. If that makes sense to what I'm saying.
Yeah, maybe.
The amount of power. Think about this, right? I don't know. This is going back some years. You remember V?
Yes.
V, I remember she did when the M103 came out. That was an 800 watt motor, right? 800 watt motor on that little thing. And she took it up to 33 miles an hour. You remember that? On an M103, dude.
I'm reading UC Willer's thing about Malaysia. That's why they're there now. But Goat is opening a shop potentially in Malaysia.
Yeah, that's where that video, the Nikola or C8 video.
Yeah, interesting. That's where I was a teacher in Malaysia for 2 years.
Really?
I would love to go back there and ride. Yeah, I was teaching in Cambodia first. Like I published this book, Zen Gaming in the Art of Electronic Sports, and I thought I was going to sell more. Didn't sell shit. And like my NFTs. And I was traveling at the time and I ran out of money. I had $7 left in my account and I'm in Cambodia. I had no one to ask for money or anything. So I was lucky enough to get someone let me stay with them for free. Like the locals there, a local let me stay with them for free, literally just eating rice and whatever in Cambodia. No chance or anything. But I found a teaching job. It was only $900 a month, but I taught in Cambodia for a year. And then I got a nice teaching job because then I had a little bit of experience in Malaysia for like $2,500 a month, which was a lot of money in Malaysia. I was living like a king off that. Like I had bought a motorcycle. There was no wheels then, unfortunately. But anyways, I want to go back because the Malaysian community is like so passionate about wheels, and they have a huge community, tons of places to ride. And I think it's legal there to like ride through the city and tons of off-roading. So Asia in general seems like a hot spot for electric vehicles. Like Vietnam, like if you want to make a ton of money, open up a shop in Vietnam because they all got the mopeds and they're so loud and so noisy and so stinky. And like that's why the air quality is so bad. Not the whole reason, but like if you had a transformation to e-bikes and wheels and scooters, that place would flourish. It would just be paradise, in my opinion.
Wow. Oh, here we go. D was asking quick tech question. The new Nikola wheel, okay, since it's 84 volts but 2,500 watt motor, will it be easier to cut out versus 178 volt?
That is the question. I'm confused now because they both are on paper here about saying they're going to get the same speeds. They're both about the same weight.
And I know they're both using 50S. I think you can get an option with the Nikola 50S or 50 GB, so you can actually get more power out of the 50S cells. Yeah, it's just gonna have to be tested, man. People are just gonna have to test it out. I don't.
I'll test it a little bit, but I'm not gonna. I'm tired of being the crash dummy, but I will make some nice videos with it if I get one.
But the Nick is dude, that's the crazy part though. The Nikola's always been like that. The freaking wheel. People hit 43, 44 miles an hour on a freaking Nick.
Yeah. But I've also seen some horrible cutouts.
Yeah.
I've seen a friend here, DJ Spin. I tried warning him about it. I'm like, people are cutting out on this. And I guess people just don't realize it can happen until it happens to them. And then like, oh man, that's what a cutout is. Because you don't, man, it just feels like you can keep going sometimes. Like the wheel, Ooh, the F22. I have not ridden the F22. I would like to ride an F22. Albert.
Or you said you would like to ride it though.
I would like to ride it. That's
Yeah.
the one wheel I don't think I've ridden right now. Doesn't seem like King Song's. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. On paper, it looks amazing. Powerful motor, insane voltage. It's like on paper, it's the most powerful wheel ever made, but like
they didn't unlock its full potential. They did.
It's literally locked, or
I wouldn't say locked, but what I'm saying is with the stats and the motor, all that stuff, it's like it has more. It's just they're not releasing it. If that makes any sense, you know what I mean? They gotta let the power go, man.
Yeah.
I was looking at Ronan's video, and it was like what 45 or 46 miles an hour, if I'm not mistaken. It's like
that's so slow for that type of wheel. I mean, especially when we're looking at this Nikola that does the same speed at 84 volts.
That's crazy, right?
It
yeah.
is.
Even my RS, you can take that. If you have the guts to do it, you can take that thing up to 48 miles an hour. And that's a 4-year-old 100-volt wheel. I had it up to 44, and I was like, that's enough for me.
That's one thing about Leaper Kims, the beep, you hear it. I've had so many friends cut out on the wheels because they just don't hear the beeps in the wind or whatnot. Leaper Kims, you hear it.
I nearly
the beeper Kims.
And I almost cut that wheel out twice.
Which one?
The OG Sherman. One going the hill, and then I was riding with U-Stride one time, and I got down on it, and I think it dipped. I mean, I was on my toes like Michael Jackson. I was like, oh, and I caught it though.
So you never cut out.
You can feel it. You can feel it. I felt it go, and I was like, and I just yanked myself back, and it came back.
If you're in the Zen zone, you can pull back in time if you're present. But if you're like in your head or just like pushing too hard, you're not gonna have time to pull back.
First cutout I had was on a Tesla. I didn't even know it happened. I cut out at Cobra's rally, dude. I hit a bumper, like a stumper or a root under the ground, and I came down and I torqued the wheel. All you hear is beep, 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 beep. And I did a full-fledged scorpion, dude. Hit the ground on my chest. Feet come up and smack me in the back of the head, dude. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know what happened. I was fairly new, so I didn't realize what happened.
Man, I just hit another viral video, it looks like. At 558,000 views.
Really? Dang, dude. That's cool, man.
I don't know if you saw it. It's UC Daniel. He has like all the bungee cords on him.
Yeah,
and stuff.
I saw that. He does some pretty cool things, man. He has the juggling stuff going and weights in his hand. He was on a stream with me before. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, that's right. He was telling me about that. He said he was going to tune in tonight. Bro, so I just took a little video of him with his bungee cords, and it's going viral right now. I think it'll hit 1 million.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Dude,
that's one thing. If you guys are trying to make content to go viral, you got to show people something they haven't seen before, even if it's not the coolest thing. Like a lot of the comments are like, "Oh, that's gay," blah, blah, blah. But you get that in racing too, like, "Oh, that's gay" or whatever. But it's like you kind of need those comments to go viral. You need the negativity and the positivity. All comments are good and whatnot.
It's true. Sometimes the hater comments it sends you to the freaking top. Tell you the truth.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Perth. He says Perth has the most experienced racers.
I think he's scared to admit who he thinks is the best. UC Wheeler right now, if you had to pick one Australian to race for all of Australian, and if he loses, everyone in Australia is killed, who would you pick? Like, who is the best racer you would pick right now? Come on, we need a name and Instagram. I want to know. Like, your life is in his hands. Who do you pick right now? Who would I pick for USA? Who would you pick right now in USA? Your life depends on him winning.
Oh, dude, that
show Zach, Roger.
Dude, the freaking roster is steep though, dude.
Yeah, I would probably go with Max actually right now.
the roster is steep, man. Any of those guys on any given day, you got Max, Roger, Zach, Show. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
I think Max would have won TEF1, but his Commander Pro broke down and he had to switch to 134 volt master. He was dominating until then. It would have been an interesting battle, him and Zach.
Man, you didn't have to tell everybody, dude. Come on, Vibes. Come on, dude. I was trying to keep that, surprise a few people. I meet them in person,
Have you met UC Vibes in person?
I have.
Oh,
That's the reason why I have the RS. He let me ride
Ah,
his, and I love that wheel so much. I went out and got one. He has
okay.
the torque version. I went out and bought
You're
that.
in New Jersey?
I'm in Jersey, but I
That's where
work in New York
Stride
City.
is?
No,
In New
you
Jersey?
strides in Boston.
In Boston. Okay. And then UC Vibes is in New Jersey too? Or Boston as
Vibes is in
well?
New York.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. That is so true, dude. I did the first front flip on a damn EUC, man. That's a fact.
Is that when your Tesla cut out, or?
Oh yeah, dude, that was a fool.
Do you have any videos of it?
Nah, dude.
Oh
Nah, no
man.
videos, man.
That's the worst when you crash, and at least you have some compensation with the video.
Oh, man,
you know?
that is funny. That's Oh, he says I put money on the USA. And any stage, yeah, that the roster's just so freaking deep in the United States, man.
Right. I'm hoping I could get another podium here. It's difficult.
Oh, here you go. Selling a Master Pro, but go to RS. Oh, you're dumping. You're doing a wheel dump.
Oof. He has it. Oh, S22. Okay. What do you think Vibes would get? I think he would love the Panther.
Oh, you
or the Sherman L.
Sherman L Panther. I mean, if you're going for big wheels, those are the two. I don't know what's up with that Commander Max, but that'll probably be good too. But
what's the Commander Max? I haven't heard about that.
It's basically their version of the Sherman L.
Okay. 168 volts. So
yeah, it's a big boy.
Okay.
Yeah, as Cobra would say, big boy wheel.
Oh man, right now I used to be able to do a lot, but this is why I stopped smoking weed, because I had SKCon coming up and I smoked the best joint ever, and like I had my boombox. And I was like in the Zen Zone, man. And I was carrying my boombox and I was going around this mountain loop trail, and I slipped in front of a bunch of people and landed on this shoulder. And I don't think I broke it, but it's still, this has been a month now, or I don't know how long it's been. About a month. It's still messed up. I just today was able to do 2 pull-ups and 2 push-ups. So
yeah,
it feels good to be back into it. But I think I'll be good in another 2 weeks.
And it's taking it easy, bro.
I can't, man. I got a race next week. That's what I was worried about SKCon too. It's like I did not want to crash.
Cult of Electric. Yo, CJ is in the house. What's going on, brother? Nice. The Panther is 4,500. Did we say that, or was it going for $5,000? Which one? I can't even remember.
After taxes and pads, 6,000, and pedals and everything, but 5,500 after taxes. But you're talking 6,000 if you want the full. You need to protect that wheel, because if you crash it, your investment's gone or your wheel's gone.
Yeah, forget that, dude. Yeah, I'm not. I can't do that.
Z11.
What's the Z11?
Is that the April Fool's wheel that?
Oh, you got me, dude. I'm like Z11.
Yeah, I think that's the April Fool's wheel. It was like just insane specs. It's like,
Well, I'm waiting for the Honey Badger. The Honey Badger will be out in July of 2025.
If you could design your own wheel, what would you want, Sensei?
Me? Oh, dude. I'm more of like a grab and go wheel type of ride, if that makes any sense. So that would be like a Nikola or something like that.
Okay.
But definitely the hydraulic suspension. Battery wise, I don't know, 2,700 watt hour would be good in between there, because I'm not a super high mileage rider.
Okay. Off-road at all?
I would give my wheel, if this makes any sense, like a rally spec, meaning if you want to do off-road, it's not the master. It does everything well, but it's not just geared for street. It's just not geared for dirt. It can do a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? Okay. That type of thing. As far as the height of the wheel, for me, I would keep it just below the knee. I think that's good. Then if you put the seat on, you take it up a little bit higher.
Are you a seated rider?
I can ride seated, but I'm not the best seated rider.
Okay.
I
For
just
me,
don't.
I just like I'm sitting down here on the computer all day. When I get out, I want to be on my feet. I don't want to be sitting down more.
Dude, it's like for me, I can start out seated on certain wheels, but for me to make the transition while I'm moving, I just don't feel comfortable doing that.
Is that because your ankle?
I'm just not, dude. That just doesn't feel
Okay.
comfortable to me at all.
Okay.
Riding seated, it
Yeah.
really doesn't. I got long ass legs,
Yeah.
and
The
then
Panther is amazing for seated riders. If you're a seated rider, the Panther is the wheel, man.
because it
So
always
good.
feels like my legs are jammed underneath me like a kangaroo. It just does not feel comfortable riding like because you're not even really riding seated. You're squatted down. That's what I tell somebody. It's like you're riding squatted. It just doesn't feel comfortable to me. But I got to practice it though, because I want to do a couple century rides this summer, and I'm not going to make it standing up the whole way. So he did 62 miles, dude. That's a lot of mileage. Yeah, dude, that is. No, suspension on the track. That's fast. Goes 60. Yeah, that's freaking fast, dude. Oh, he's talking about, yeah, dude. Yeah, she's at almost 2 million. Or she might have hit 2 million already.
Jeez.
She's on fire, dude. But this is crazy. Y'all thinking of getting a BBL. Yeah, dude. You'll go viral, bro. That's funny.
What's a BBL?
A Brazilian butt lift.
Okay, interesting.
Oh my goodness.
I've never heard of that before.
In a way.
Is that like a surgery or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's when they get the a lot of them chicks get the butt enhancement.
Okay.
And it just doesn't look right. Look like they're wearing a diaper. I say rock what you got, man.
Yeah.
Rock what the heck you got, ladies.
Workout or
that's it.
Diet.
That's it. Healthy. Whatever. If you can't get it by doing some squats,
surgery chemicals is not the way.
Sitting there and getting fix-a-flat put in there. No, don't do it.
What do you think about these tariffs in general? Do you think it's going to be positive for, let's keep it UC world. I mean, I think it's making used UCs have more value. Yeah.
I think it'll level out. It's going to, for the initial thing, prices are going to jump up, but eventually it's going to, everything's going to level out. It's going to level out. Oh, they got a, I don't know, Stan. He's asking anyone confirm the F22 Pro Max speed.
Because on eWheels it says it does 60 plus, but I don't think anybody's been able to actually go that fast.
Nah, if he's, like I said, if that's the one Ronan had, that thing was, he got beeps at, I want to say 45 or 46, I believe. I would have to watch the video again, but oh, he's saying here a daily that's 22, but it can't hang on the group rides. And that's the thing, though. Kingston made some really good wheels, man. I don't know how they lost their way, dude. I don't get it, man.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I don't know what happened. Like maybe they changed their CO, or I like the S19 and S16, but they're just not like the 16X back in the day was such a great wheel. Dude, and I don't know, they just haven't had a viral wheel, I guess, since then.
Yeah, because you had the 16X, the 18XL. Though, I mean, those are some good freaking wheels, dude.
Yes, they were. They're so reliable. You could probably still ride that today and just be happy.
You could. You still have people buying a 16X and the 18. They're probably better than their newer wheels. I don't know. Maybe after that whole S20 debacle, it kind of lost their way a bit. I don't know.
Yeah, that was horrible. U-Stride. The U-Stride event.
But this was the thing, though. He saved a lot of people. Could you imagine if that wheel came out? God. What would have happened, dude? If he didn't do that?
He got so much hate for that, though, man. It's like it should have been the opposite. He should have been treated like a hero.
This is one thing I can say, and U-Stride can vouch for this. I told Stride, I said, because I was watching people ride that wheel. I said, you Stride, if you ride that wheel the way you ride everything else, I said it could not handle your style of riding. And sure enough, dude, he got on that thing and he torqued it a few times, and it was flame on. That was it, dude. Yeah.
Oh man, that was brutal.
Because I'd watch videos and you'd hear people with the wheel, you'd hear that motor just like whining. And I was like, nah, that don't sound too good, man. Yeah. Yeah, I don't, from what I saw, I don't, that wheel, I don't, it's not going to do 62 miles an hour. It might do it on paper, but I don't.
I'm going to talk to King Song and see if I can't get one to test.
You should, dude.
Because a lot of people have been asking me about it. Because I think people see it on paper and it's like, wow, the specs. But then the reality just doesn't seem to match. I don't even see it on the UO's website.
I think Maribel put a good video out on it. She was riding F22.
Yeah, was she hitting the beeps?
I don't think. Yeah, I think she was beeping it too. I can't remember the exact number, but it definitely wasn't doing 62. They were going faster on the Griffin.
There it is. Oof, yeah, the tariffs hit that F22 hard too. It's $500 more.
Yeah, that's crazy.
5,500 watt C30 motor. That just sounds amazing, man.
But the thing is, it's a lot. But if you're not unleashing all that power, dude, you might as well not even have that motor.
105 pounds. That's not too bad.
No, that's what I have an EX20. That's how much that weighs.
I'm gonna reach out to King Song, see what's up.
He said Vibes just dropped a video about this video. That's funny. Vibes is awesome.
Vibes is one of the most supportive. Even when I was like in the dark times, man, he's always there to lift you up. Even if things aren't like, you're not the popular kid, you're not the cool kid or whatever, he's there to, like, he just has everyone's back. If you ride a wheel, he's got your back,
man. I think at one point though, with me, I think with my channel, I don't know if people took me serious. I think they saw the whole like vegan name and was like, I don't know if this is going to tell me to, but then I start gaining some ground. Cause at one point I was putting out a ton of content, man. Putting out a ton.
What's your favorite video you made?
Oh, dude, my favorite video was, I did one out at MetLife Stadium on my Tesla. And I had a camera. I mounted a camera on a car and she was following me around. And that was probably my favorite video out of all my videos, was that one.
Not the nude bowling? What the heck is this?
Oh, dude, that was a joke. I got over 100-something thousand views on that video.
1,000 views.
Yeah, like 150,000 or something like that.
You should try bowling with your wheel. That would probably go viral. That's what I'm talking about. Viral videos like this, like some of the ones you don't expect to go viral, dude. You're showing something someone hasn't seen before.
But I think people are coming to see. I just put the title on. Nude bowling's best for cardio, and I think people.
What's the nude part? What's the nude for?
Dude, I just put it in there just to see what would happen.
Yeah, okay. That's smart. Some clickbait.
That was straight clicky, man. It was wrong, but it freaking worked. But the funny part about the video was I was bowling. I bowled out my shoes and everything, man. It was actually a pretty good video.
That's funny.
But yeah, that was my favorite EUC video that I made. The one at MetLife Stadium. The first Broadway bomb was a good one. That was a good one because that's the first time I ever rode my wheel. I had a Tesla and rode it into New York City. Oh, dude, I was scared. And the funniest thing is, I didn't even realize it at the time until I watched his video. Help me out here. EVX was riding right next to me. He's like, Sensei. I was just like this, dude. I didn't even hear him. I didn't want to look left or right. I'm like, I'm not getting taken out by a cab, dude. And then I watched his video, and I was like, damn, he was talking to me. But that was so funny. That was a cool video, though.
Yeah. What'd you think about Stride's blitz race where he did the pink slip? But I got so much. I actually got hate because you're like, oh, you had him on your team. I'm like, bro, U-Stride has immense integrity. There was a lot going on in that
Yeah, I
video.
think that whole thing, and again, I'm not trying to bring up old stuff, but I think it just got blown out of context, and I think
Yeah.
it was just I think it was just bad communication, and it just went somewhere where it didn't need to
Right.
go. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, I don't think anyone.
And everybody, Wheezy or whatever, still got the wheel that he
Yeah.
was. They got Alien Rides hooked him up or whatever, so he still got the wheel. And I don't think Wheezy even rides anymore. He got hurt really bad.
I saw him pop up in, was it one of the intro to speed videos? I think, don't quote me on that. I think I saw him in one of those videos.
So.
Yeah. What's happening, PEV Garage? Welcome. 5,000 in Portland. Huh?
That looks like Doug. Is Doug the PEV Garage? Yeah, that's Doug. Huh. I didn't know that was his YouTube channel. I'm gonna have to follow his YouTube channel. He's probably got some good stuff on there. Doug is one of my favorite racers.
Is that that's not Marshall.
Douglas EUC adventure.
Okay.
Douglas Marshall.
Douglas Marshall, right?
He used to work at Rev Rides.
Oh, he's quick on the wheel too, man.
Yeah, he's super quick.
Yeah, I've watched him race quite a few times. I said, dude, I've watched so much stuff. And
why can't I follow him?
Okay, hold on a second. Let me
Douglas Marshall.
I'll read this comment. What's a seated rider? Someone rides exclusively seated. That's sus. That is so funny, dude. That is so funny.
Just gave you a sub, PV Garage. I am excited to see your Panther review if that's what you got coming next.
Oh yeah, those reviews should start coming.
I love that wheel. The Panther was so much fun to ride. 22-inch wheels are my favorite wheels. Like if I could have one, it would be the Panther. I love the V13, man. The V13 was great. Just the suspension was kind of its weak point.
I just like that wheel. I did. It's a great wheel to ride seated too. They could have just, if they would have sorted out the suspension a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Maybe a bit more top end. That would have been a bestseller. It just felt so good too. Like the ergonomics of it were pretty solid.
But it's a good quality wheel.
Where are you advertising? What city? What does that mean? Is that for the Broadway bomb, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Well, the Broadway bomb's not what it used to be, dude. I mean, a lot of it's not. It doesn't have the same. At least for me, anyway. It doesn't have the same punch as it did, like when I first started riding it. Like I didn't even do it last year. Greenmaster Mike is saying, for racing, all you need is 55 to 65 wheel. You like to ride comfortable.
And these races now in the U.S., man, top speeds are 45. I mean, I don't think anyone went faster than 45. It's more about the torque and agility.
Yeah, it depends on because some of these things are really tight. Like the electrified Expo was
super tight,
but they're tight. You can open it up, like I know, like in Long Island, that back straight, they were gunning it down there. But otherwise, man, it's tight. In some ways, that's kind of good too, man. It's people.
I like it when it's more like technical and not just lean forward, lean back, lean forward.
Dude, that's why
you gotta really like
that.
Whoosh.
Cobra's rallies like that too, man.
More technical.
Yeah, it's technical, and it's like because you're riding on the dirt, man. It's like one wrong move and you're twisting sideways, dude. You can F yourself up, man. So you really gotta concentrate on there.
That's 22, man. Yeah, I agree, Devo. I agree.
Well, dude, even the S18, they could have did that with the S8. They didn't even have to make the S20 or the S22. If they would have just solidified the S18, what worked, fixed what didn't work, and that's it. But they made a whole new different wheel in this. Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's 22. I remember the hype. We were all so hyped about it.
All of us were.
126 volts. What? You serious? and then U-Stride got it. And then it was like not just U-Stride, all the problems, so many cutouts. It's probably the worst launch in UC history. I can't think of a worse launch.
Yeah, dude. And then there was a ton. Then they had stator problems. There was a lot of problems with that wheel. The wheel would just like fall on its side and just rev up, and then the board would fry on it.
It was on paper, man. It was such a good wheel. Powerful, good for jumps. Yeah, it was a great wheel. But
yeah, vibes is the man, dude.
Oh, Roger UC's in the chat now.
Roger, what's happening, brother? Welcome to the stream.
I love like the racers that are like my age, because it's getting harder because all the young kids, you know, Show and Doug, you know, they're all in their 20s, early 20s, and me and Roger are in the over 40 category. And Roger's still like going head to head with them.
Yeah.
And like he's got some guns though, man. I need to get some like
I think Roger used to be a geometry teacher. And the reason why I say that, dude, he has some of the best freaking racing lines, dude.
He does.
He has some good racing lines, man.
I think he's the smartest UC racer we have.
I was watching his last video, just watching how he was I was like, that's perfection, dude. Yeah. Hats off to you, Roger. But that's a great thing about racing. You never know, man. You could be out in the lead and you just one wrong move and that is it, man.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
For sure. I get a lot of my podiums just like I'm in last place and everybody just goes down in front of me and I like creep in and take it. You know, I'm not the best rider, but like sometimes
just being consistent though. You know what I mean? Sometimes consistency, dude. Sometimes going too fast is no good. What is the old saying? Fast is slow and slow is fast. Yeah, not saying you're slow, but you know what I mean. It's like sometimes, man, you got to know when to put the power down.
I was in the Army and it was slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
Yeah.
Because if you, it's like what happened to me at F1. I had the opposite mentality. I was just adrenaline and not taking my time. I got caught up when you're racing. I think a valuable tip is you should be aware of your racing, your breath, your breathing. A lot of racers, actually, I saw a show says he blacks out during a race. I'm like, that's not good, man. I don't care how good you are. You need to be conscious and focused. A lot of fighters, you know, they do that. Like Mike Tyson, his first fight, you know, they like go. It's like they go unconscious.
You gotta breathe.
You focus on your breathing.
You gotta breathe.
Breathe into your legs. Try to visualize when you breathe, pulling that air into your leg muscles, and you will not get as tired. And you'll be more focused. Man, racing on that Patton S, I know I didn't get the highest ranking, but I really performed so well for what I was given. Like, and I felt so much clarity after having stopped smoking. It was really one of my best races. So I don't think I'm going to go back to smoking, man. I just have so much clarity right now. And when I stop smoking, man, good things start coming to me. Just like I start attracting positive things. And then when I stopped smoking, that's when I've had my worst like negative events. Like slowly, it's like it slowly brings out my, I don't know, worst side. And then when I stop, I don't know. It's weird. I don't understand life sometimes.
Yeah, you got to keep your mind clear, man. George saying he's headed to Colombia, Vietnam for an extended vacation, bringing my wheels. Nice.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Roger getting some shout outs. Green Master Mike, I race cars and trucks on the freeway in Mexico. Nice. Green Master Mike laying it down, his training. He's going to come up here and surprise some people. He says Zen was killing it on the Patton S. Give him the right tire and race might have gone. Yeah, dude, get that street tire on there.
Yeah, I got one on the way. I actually have one. I got 80 or 16.3. I just don't like it. So I bought a 90/90, which I think rubber is a better material for racing. Roger would probably know better than me. Versus the nylon type of tires that are kind of like a plasticky feel to them.
You're going to slide more with that nylon.
Yeah, I feel like the rubber for racing specifically.
especially even when it starts to wear. You're definitely gonna it'll hard because it's harder. When did I know you said you're gonna race in Atlantic City. What one is that? Is that the TEF one?
I
No.
don't think I'm gonna go. Now that this champion, I just learned about the Electrify Racing League.
Oh,
$75,000. Then with all the Begode prizes, and it's actual championship like what I did in Spain. I think I'm gonna commit because I can only do so many races. It's expensive to drive to New York. It's gonna cost me like $3,000 to drive there and back, rent a car and whatnot, stay in hotels, and
gotcha.
so it's expensive to race. But the championship series, there might be a way to kind of make your money back if I could get 1 or 2 podiums.
Nice. Called the Legend Unicycle. Check out the Barb Motorsport Museum for cool unicycle sculptures. Okay,
Interesting.
check that out.
Barber Motorsport Museum.
Really want to
Whew.
give Apex a go. You like the Apex, right? You were talking about the suspension
Me?
felt pretty good. Yeah. But you said as far as like the torque, maybe, I think.
For racing, I think the Lynx is better. Like if you're gonna choose a 150-volt wheel, I mean, I still think the 168-volt wheels, the X-Way specifically, and the Blitz are better for the tight circuits. And the Apex, I don't know, man. I wasn't feeling it. Like I love the wheel, but I'm just thinking racing, guys. Like which and my weight, my body type. Everybody's body type's different and whatnot. So you have to kind of watch people that are your body type, your style, and I mean, be like Bruce Lee, right? Where you take things from everybody and then come up with your own way.
Oh, they got the secret stash. What we got here from
Doug, it's the one I got from eWheels is the Dalashen 16x3 Dalashen. And yeah, I haven't actually tried it yet. I have it, but I don't think I'm gonna put it on.
Oh, he's talking about the Abrams Libra.
The Abrams sold like so few, and there was like 2 cutouts, and I think they got blown way out of proportion. And then Leaperkim fixed it, and it's still, I don't know. That's kind of what people used to attack Leaperkim because it was their one kind of black spot.
Yeah, I think every company comes out with a wheel that kind of, doesn't do them justice.
Oh, I agree with George here. It was a great wheel. It just needed one update. Once they updated, it was fine.
It was fine, but it was like the damage was already done, and they were selling those wheels dirt cheap at one point, dude.
That's a fun wheel. I wish Leaperkim would make a 22-inch wheel like the Abrams, like the Sherman L Abrams, like 22-inch, but with Sherman L specs and 168 volts.
That'd be amazing. Yeah, them big old tires, man. It's like you had suspension on a wheel with them freaking things. Yeah, he's very calm when he's racing. I like hearing this commentary when he's
it's funny. Did you see the SK Con where the guy crashes in front of him and he's like, "I told you so," or something like that?
Yeah, I told you so. Oh, that was hilarious, man. Yeah, dude rolled right up on top of the barriers there. That was hilarious. He was all right though. Oh, it says Dawn is good. Nice.
Okay, so I have a question on one of my YouTube videos. Maybe you guys can help me with too. So the high speed mode on the Lynx is, and Roger probably knows this for sure. The high speed mode on the Lynx, all it does, as far as I know, is it just changes when your beeps happen, right? Like if you turn that on, it's going to beep at like 55 versus if you have it off, it beeps at a lower speed. It doesn't do anything with magnets or weakens the field or it gives you more torque or anything like that.
Okay. What is top speed on Lynx anyway? What?
I've hit 60, but I don't. That was actually on my Sherman L, which is the same voltage. I think I wouldn't try to go fast 60 because that's where I started to feel dip at my weight. So if you're bigger than me, I wouldn't push past that. Okay. But so you're not sure about the high speed mode on the Leaperkim wheels? I guess this will be your first.
Yeah, this will be the first one. I never, like I said, dude. For me, the fastest I've been on any wheel was like just about 44, and that was on my RS. And I think on my even on my OG Sherman, I think I might have hit 40. I never really push. I think, dude, to be completely honest, after that accident, it just it took something out of me, man.
Some
You know?
PTSD kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I'm confident when I ride, but it's
Yeah.
just like you always have that
I
in
have
your
some
head.
PTSD from
Yeah, I'm
riding.
like, nah, dude. It's just like too much can happen so fast, so fast, dude.
So here's the comment. He says, "Curious. I'm curious if you used high speed mode. What was your pedal hardness?" I said, high speed mode doesn't do anything except change when your beeps happen, i.e., it will go off at lower speeds. Doesn't change functionality. And then I said 100% hardness. And he says, "Are you sure about that, dude? Everything I've read says that high speed mode applies magnetic field weakening. My Lynx is definitely more willing above 45 miles per hour with it on. And there's also a loss of low end torque at the pedals feel squishier." So I'm going to go try it on my Sherman L later and then I'll test it out. But curious if anybody actually knows. Because I've asked that question before and many times. And yeah, it was always just it changes when you get your beeps. That's it.
Oh, okay. EC Lifer, what's happening, brother?
64 miles an hour. You had to be going downhill.
Dude, he pushes some
mad.
wheels though, man. He's definitely got a
maybe I was torquing it too high. I don't think so. I don't know. Whew, man, at 60 with the Sherman L, I was dipping.
I know at one point EVs was selling Abrams dirt cheap at one point, dude. They were selling just to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Check them, man. You might be able to find a brand new one that they still have, like, you know, some old stock or something. I hit 75. Okay. Like,
oh,
that's fine.
Oh, 75 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, it's about 40. What, 45, I think?
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, he said 40, about 45 miles an hour. Another good looking wheel though is the Arrow looks good. I like the design of the Arrow. That would be a really fun grab and go wheel.
That is a viral type of wheel. I feel like for content creators and it's just, I have so many people asking me about it. Like it looks so good and it has a nice trolley handle. I saw the pad setup they have for it looks good. So, I mean, it looks like, and Jack really cares about his wheels, really cares. And he loves making them customizable so that if you want to make a racing wheel, you can put on a bigger tire or change the pedals. There's so much customization with his wheels. He understands UCs because he used to review all of them, so he really understands.
Race. He did all that stuff.
Yeah,
he's a rider. Yeah,
he's a jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades, man. Oh, you're saying I think it does tweak with the field weakening.
So I need to. Well, I have it on. So do you get more torque if you have it off? Was the question I used to ask. So
I think you just get more top end when you do the field weakening. That's like the go-to. It'll take away some of the low end torque. Roger can answer that too. See, he messes around with that field weakening, but I think you lose the low end and get more top end.
Okay. Huh. So if you're doing a circuit like SKCon, maybe I turn off the high speed mode, which I technically always have on to get a little bit more torque. I'm gonna go test. That'll be fun for tomorrow. I love my Sherman, man.
Dude. That might give you a little extra.
They could. Because I felt the Lynx and Sherman L were just too weak on the tighter circuits because it's just too much effort.
Oh, you guys are about the same weight.
Yeah.
Lifer, I thought you were. I thought Lifer was a little bigger.
Where's USC Lifer at? That's a beautiful CUS.
In Colorado, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I think
Colorado has amazing community.
I think he's still there. I think that's where he is. Oh, here's one. Here's one for you. Who's faster, Max, Leanna, or Steven?
So as of Max here in USA. Oh man, Leanna, I would not put money on her. She just crashes too much, and right now she's last place in the series because Spain just started their championship for 2025. Leanna is last place, and then like every race she's crashing if she doesn't crash, then it's a serious race. Like it's tough, but Steven is consistent and he's in second place right now in the tournament, I think, or the championship. And Max just Max is a great rider, but his wheel is just insane. I feel like that 168 volt Commander Pro. So when he was on 134 volt Master, I crushed him. Everybody crushed him. But like his wheel plus him, he's got the best amazing skills with an amazing wheel that nobody else has. He's the only one in the world that has it. So I would probably put my money on Steven. He's insane, man. Like I haven't posted a lot of videos because I had a falling out with them before I left. I broke my shoulder. And do you know who Paso Paso is?
Yeah. I see him in the forums all the time. That dude.
He's the one. Yeah, he's the one that invited me to Spain. I didn't know who Paso Paso was then. Mm-hmm. He invited me to his team. He let me live in his shop before it opened on the beach of Gijón in northern Spain. Literally, you go out the door and you're on the beach of northern Spain.
That's crazy.
Said I could stay there for free, and then like he's just like has some weird, crazy stuff. Like I don't want to say some of the stuff he did because
right.
It's pretty bad stuff. Yeah. I mean, I could say he stole a wheel from me. That's fair. Like he showed me, Zen, look, King Song sending you a wheel. I showed him your social media, blah 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 blah. The wheel came and he just kept it for himself.
Oh,
so little things like that just like added up, and then some big things. And I left his team. And when I left his team, I went to One Ride. And he, like, my reason for going to One Ride, more teams is better. When you just have one team with 20 people on it, it doesn't look good for sponsors. It doesn't help grow the scene. The more teams, the better. You want to see. It's like when you open a business. If you're the only one that is in that field, people aren't going to take you as seriously if you don't have any competitors. Right. It's similar to that. So I went to One Ride and kind of convinced them to start a team. And he's like, oh, you betrayed me. I invited you to Spain, blah, 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 blah. And so he had me deported, essentially.
What?
He had people,
dude, that's
I overstayed my visa to support their racing scene. And he had people looking for me at like government officials looking for me at One Ride. And so I didn't want to go to the other races. I was ready to leave, right? Because this guy's trying to deport me. I don't want to like go somewhere he knows I'm going to be.
Wow,
and
that's
so
great.
And then on the last race of the championship, he was like throwing cones into the circuit while people were racing. Just, you know how he is. He creates drama. And
wow.
Yeah. So I called him out for that. And his team, Leanya and Steven, just like, oh, Zen, we lost all respect after I promoted them and did so much and got the viral video and just like I went to Spain to help them grow the scene for their community and for, the world. But like, and then, so they don't even talk to me anymore just for that one little thing. Like,
dude,
and we were like,
crazy.
You've probably seen the video. We're always hugging and we were always friends and like doing crazy stuff together. And just because I called Paso out for throwing cones onto the track, which imagine you're racing and some crazy guy is throwing cones into the track to try to get them to stop the race. Because one of his racers fell down. They had
well, don't they have flags for that? I mean,
exactly.
they get the yellow
exactly.
Yellow
they do, and they're really good about that in Spain. So
yeah, that's what the flags are for.
Yeah.
Green Mastermind's asking but you said the races. So you say you're going to stick with the electrified expo circuit.
Yeah, it's I want to do all 5. So that's going to be crazy investment. I can't really afford. If somebody sponsors me to go to a race, I'll go to a race. But sponsors are really hard now. Maybe they'll change.
I'll see that one.
That should be the best
one. I'll do, like I said, I'll probably race. And then I'll do, because I did media day last year. That was fun.
It's in October. Doesn't it start to get like cold in October?
But the weather was great, dude. That weather was perfect that day, dude.
When was yours though?
It was I want to say, was it September, October? It was still warm outside. It was still warm though.
Okay, fair enough.
It was still warm.
I was thinking they should do it earlier in the year. I would have to look at the
video I put up. I put a video up about it. I can't remember, but the weather was great though that day. It was a little windy, but it was overall sunny, warm. Yeah, it was
good. Race league. So yeah, our first race is in Phoenix, then LA in June, and then San Francisco August, Chicago September, New York October.
Okay, there we go. Same time then. Take it easy, Dale, man. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Stan says Zen's living his best life, riding, racing.
Bro, I promise you, I've been into some dark places since I came back to the US. I was a little bit suicidal, like
Oh, dude.
when I came off the weed. Like I don't know if I don't know if we could. Do you smoke or did you smoke or
Nah,
anything? Oh, okay, man. When you have like, I guess it's probably the same for any drug, but like when you're really into it and then you get off it, there's like this huge period of depression and like,
oh,
yeah. But
you're good now though?
it's the community and you guys and getting positive comments that like really lift me up, man. Like, and then just getting out on your wheel is like the best therapy there is.
You hear so many people say that. I'm talking about riders. And if you don't ride, you don't get it, man. You don't get it. It's just, again, summertime, anytime, doesn't matter. You get out there and it's just, especially at night, man, it's just quiet and you're just rolling. You might have your tunes playing and it's just detox time, man.
It is. It is. And then the racing community, when you go to these races, Roger, Doug, everybody's like so genuinely friendly that I want to go to the races, not just to compete and test myself. It's fun to test your limits. And that's the only way I feel like you can really reach the next level is to compete against other people that are better than you. But just to be around them, like it's so like when you come back home after like an event, you're like, oh, it's like an emptiness.
No, it's true. I always say it's like EUC University when you go, you'll come out a better rider. You meet so many cool people. It's good times, man.
It is. And traveling in Spain, it was cool because people wanted to smoke with me and like just be around you. Like you're kind of like a little rock star or something like that. My name was pretty well known in there, especially after I got the viral video. So people just want to like ride with you and be with you. It's really a cool feeling. It feels like a little celebrity. So, yeah, it was really nice.
They're getting the exiting comments there. Yeah, EUC is therapy, dude. I know when I need to clear my head, man, I'll jump out. I just can't wait. The weather's been so crappy up here in Jersey lately, man. Wet, cold, windy. Wind has been really bad up here.
Oh man,
I'm not a big fan of riding in the wind.
It's so crazy here. But the weather's, I mean, we get some wind, and it gets a little bit cold, but it's not like you guys have it. And people like don't appreciate it. Like we don't have much of a community here. There's not much of a riding community.
Yeah, it's I think the last time that I went on a ride, dude, it was like 19 degrees and that was standing still. So when you start moving, dude, I'm just like, I'm not putting my body through this. I've done it in a year, prior years. I'm like, nah. I said, I'm good. I will wait for the weather to break.
Man, we went 2 hours already, brother.
Oh yeah, we're only gonna do it.
1 hour. We went 2 hours. That was like the fastest freaking 2 hours.
But it runs smooth, realize, dude. Right?
Yeah,
it's good times, man.
Good chat. Thank you guys for hitting the like button.
Yeah, we've got all the way to the bottom. We can always hook up and do another stream. Maybe I can come on one of your streams or something, man.
Oh, that would be great. We could do a part 2 sometime.
Yeah,
maybe after I win a race, that would be great.
Well, I'll see. Nah, dude, you'll be fine, man. Just go in there and just do what you do. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I'll see you later this year, and when you come and race up here, I'll be there. I'm gonna race. Well, that's what I'm gonna call it, racing. But I will be there, and I will participate.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But
and with the Electric Racify, they have prizes for, like, you don't have to be a pro racer or whatever. Like, you could still win a wheel or prize money without having to beat Zach or Max or whatever, or Roger,
Right.
I wonder if Roger's doing all the 5. We'll see. It's expensive to do all 5. I mean, you got to travel from West Coast to East Coast twice.
Those Electrified Expo is fun though. I know I went last year, and my wife. Well, I was doing the media stuff. My wife was driving the electric cars and all that stuff. Man, she had a freaking blast, dude.
Yeah, it seems like that is the best event because it's bringing in people that love electric vehicles, like your son, cars, e-bikes, and they get to see us and like, wow. And I think it's going to be even bigger this year.
This year.
Yeah, each year. In the future, it's going to be like stadiums, maybe like when we're racing, we have a stadium watching us.
It's going to
Could you
happen.
imagine?
It's going to happen. Like I said, I always tell people, look at snowboarding, look at skateboarding. No one expected those sports to blow up the way that they did.
Yeah. Man, that's going to be the day. And the thing with racing is you don't need too much money compared to other racing sports.
Not at all,
And you can throw your car or your wheel into your car. Like you don't need a truck. You don't need a trailer.
Dude, look how much it costs if you want to do F1 racing, you know? Millions and millions of dollars. Even dirt track. I'm talking like dirt track or even kart racing. That stuff's expensive, dude.
It is, yeah. And this is like a different, like full body racing, the gyroscope, and it's like you have to put your soul into your movements, you know. And we haven't discovered, like the cycle slide was kind of a cool, because at least it was something new, you know. There's all these new techniques we don't even know about yet. It's gonna be some young 12-year-old that 6 years from now, you know, like watches everybody's video and comes up with his own style, and the wheels are evolving each year. So we're getting faster. Not only are the riders getting faster and more talented, but the wheels are getting crazy. It's exciting. So that's why I like protect yourself. We need our protection to kind of match our levels.
Yeah, everything will fall into place. Yeah, George, Mikey will be back next week. I think he'll be back next week. Hopefully we have a stream next week. I'll see if I don't have a guest, I'll probably go live. We'll go live and put something together. But I enjoy doing the streams, man. It's good stuff. You know, everyone, again, every week, people always come in and with the questions, and it's just really cool to just connect with everybody. Again, Zen, we talked about this for a while. I appreciate you taking time out of your day and your night to spend it on the on this live stream. Anything else you want to say before we bring it down to a close?
I'm super thankful for our community. I hope that's the biggest thing. Stay safe. Keep your friends safe. I'm a big believer now in sobriety, especially when you're riding. Let your drug be the wheel. And when you're riding it, be in the Zen zone. And by that, I just mean your full attention is on riding. Try not to be in your head thinking about your drama. Feel your wheel. Be with your breath. Be inside your body. Don't be in your head thinking or on your phone, or even a lot of people I see crash are like holding their 360 camera. Like recording should be for a specific purpose, I think. Or I do recommend the dash cam type of camera, like where you can still have your hands free to protect yourself. Because I don't know if you've seen some of my videos, but that thing protects you from police, from crazy drivers. Just having a camera recording yourself, but like not necessarily holding it is a tip. And yeah, I want the community to be safe, because I've hurt myself so many times. You've hurt yourself, and I don't want anybody to have to experience that. I want them to experience the positives, not the negatives of riding. And I'm thankful for you having me on, Sensei, and I'm thankful for you like spreading the gospel, the EUC gospel, in a positive way.
Nice. No, I appreciate you, man. I really do respect you, your skills. You out there just laying it down for the community, man. And we got big respect and big love for you. Thank you for coming on. Again, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us this evening. Please smash that like button so we could creep past that algorithm. And remember, you get on your wheel, you ride it. Like you hate it, you be safe out there. You ride it like you hate it. I'm Sensei, you're
Zen Lee.
That's it, man. Peace out.
Stay in the Zen zone.
That's it.
The Sensei zone today.
Nice. Hello. Good night.